you'd like to get in touch with us during our live show and send in any messages or any questions, then you can do it on studio@sewingstreet.com. Alternatively, you can message us on our official Facebook page. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Sewing Street. How are you all? It feels like ages since I've seen you. Lovely to be live on Facebook nice and early because we've already had lots of people tune in say good morning. How are you? It's grey and miserable outside today, isn't it? But I must say, we've had a lovely couple of hours, haven't we? We've been talking about if we were to be millionaires, because Paul checked his lottery numbers this morning, he hadn't won. And I said, look, if you'd have won, would you have told me then? And I said, because I don't think I'd tell anybody. He said, oh no, I would. He says, I would have just walked out. I said, no, you wouldn't. Then Kat went over to Greg's. There are other food outlet places near us as well, like McDonald's and Subway and all sorts. But she said, if I won the lottery, I wouldn't have to worry when I go into Greg's. I was like, do you get concerned when you're buying all of those sausage rolls then? Anyway, I digress. We want to know, what would you do? Would you tell people if you won the lottery? Or what would you do? What would you buy? What would you buy? Lots of sewing things. I'd have a nice she shed, absolutely. Right, today's show. We've got a lovely, lovely show today. Fiona Hesford is here. She has got two amazing, amazing makes for you. She's a brilliant dressmaker and she's got all the tips as well. The first hour, all the fabrics from the first hour, have a look now because it's going into pre-order as we speak. We've got some little naughties in there as well, some fabrics which we shouldn't really be launching today, but we've stolen them. So we're going to do it. Anyway, let's start with the early bird. Let's get everybody opening their orders nice and early. This is a brilliant one to start the show with because, in fact, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to open this all out because this is so much fabric, Kat. I'm going to lose my bunting. So this is 2.5 meters of beige. This is 2.5 meters of beige, which is so much fabric. You have got loads. I'm thinking for toys, for dolls, for backs of cushions, for applique, to use with your tilde, to use for the back of advent calendars, buntings, to use as linings for bags or linings for Christmas stockings or sacks. So much you're going to be able to do. Now, we have got so much coming up this hour, which will go perfectly with this. In fact, bear with this one. Just look at this. These together would look beautiful. We've got so many lovely fabrics, and it will just mean that some of your designer fabrics and some of your, your more brighter fabrics are going to go so well with it. We've got some tilde as well coming up this hour, in fact. Now, if you're multi-buying, which we can see lots of you already are, remember it's going to come pre-cut into 2.5 meters, 2.5 meter cuts for just £13.96. How much is that saving then today? £3.49. So you're basically getting half a meter for free, which is fantastic. Now, this is a quilting weight cotton. It's Rose and Hubble quality. It's Rose and Hubble, so you know the quality of it. Those of you that have bought any of our solids in the past, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. It's such beautiful, beautiful soft cotton, 100% washable, great for piecing and great for quilting. Even though I'm saying quilting weight, don't be put off by that if you're not a quilter. Don't think, oh, well, I'm not going to be able to use it for other projects. You absolutely are. Lovely for all sorts of crafting, but great for piecing as well. Maybe if you do want to have a go with dressmaking, maybe you know, there's some cotton dresses that you want to make. If you are scared to sort of jump into different fabrics straight away, just starting with cotton, that's 2.5 meters, which is a great amount to be able to start with. Oh, thanks, Lorraine. She says, morning, Vicky, heard you sing The Greatest Showman. Did you watch it on Sunday? It was on the telly, wasn't it, on Sunday? It was on the telly. But no, thank you very much. I think it's because John Scott shared it, didn't he? Everyone's found me. Everyone's found it. Although I think I put it on. I did put it on Facebook as well, didn't I? Did you like it? Oh, thank you. I think you didn't like my one. I think you like Michael Wolf's, he's actually the camera operator, and you see him over on Jewellery Maker. He presents sometimes as well. It's a duet with him. Thanks for all your messages. Morning, Helen. Morning, Lorraine. Good morning, Jackie. Good morning, Maggie. Margaret. Morning, Hen. Morning, Tom. Morning, Emma. Morning, Angela. I must say, my best friend Tom, he's got into such a routine now. It's on Facebook of watching every single day. Yeah, Paul's saying good morning, and Kat saying good morning to you as well, Tom. Oh. £13.96 is today's early bird special. Kat started calling me Hen, and she said, I don't know where I've got it from. And I said, it's because I call people Hen. It's like, you know, hello, chick or duck, isn't it? Hen. I really like it. Morning, Andrea. Good morning, Laurie. You're there as well. Gabrielle. Hello, Gabriel, sorry. Morning, Sally Ann's watching. Pauline's watching. Loads of viewers this morning. Come and say hello to us. So this hour, everything's really lovely and bright. We've got some real great vibrant colours which will go great with, I hate the word beige. I haven't even said the word beige, because I think this is going to look so lovely with, you know, all of your bright, solid, lovely colours for lots of different projects, or just using them, as I say, for linings in bags, for backs of cushions, the background on a plique project, instead of having a stark white, slightly warmer. The clock's changed this weekend, Paul. It means that you're gaining another hour. I was worried, thinking I'm going to lose another hour. I always get concerned, and even though I'm not actually here this weekend, but no, don't worry. You're going to gain another hour in bed Sunday morning. Right, just so you know, we've got lots of you who've got this in your basket. Congratulations if you have checked out. Can I just warn you that it doesn't mean it's yours if you haven't checked out. So everybody needs to check out. You're only paying one postage and packaging all day long anyway. So if you are stocking up on this, you can still get involved later with Fiona. You can still purchase any of the fabrics or anything else, in fact, on the website, and still only pay that one postage and packaging of £13.96. It's loads of fabric, isn't it? 112 wide, 2.5 metres for the price of 2 metres. And I'm thinking, right, if you're getting involved later on, we've got Fiona Hesford here today, and she's doing a bit of a giveaway with some Christmas bunting. It's not like we're giving this away in January. This is prime time, isn't it, to be able to get your Christmas bunting ready. So anybody who's purchasing any of Fiona's patterns today, whether it be the tunic dress or whether it be the duster style coat, you're all in with a chance of getting the bunting as well, which is really lovely, isn't it? There you go. Sewgirl giveaway. We've got 2 chances to win. We've got 2 different colourways, and it's going to be completely at random, picked at random. But what I've thought, because they are double-sided. Oh no, are they? What did you say about using this? You can make them double-sided, but if you have got your own fabric, you could just do a plain back like this. The white one's on the floor, sorry, because when I fanned out my fabric, it got lost. So you could actually make both. Now, don't worry. We've got it in lots of different names, not just Noel. That's one of Paul's jokes, which he's claiming as his own joke. And I'm like, I've definitely heard that joke before. Don't worry, if your name's not Noel, we can do all different names as well. So if you do want to win the Noel bunting, there you go. All you need to do is buy one of Fiona Hesford's patterns today. Morning, Lily. How are you? Good morning. Sewing, baking, and jewellery making all on the cards today. Amazing. Oh, fry up. You having a fry up this morning? Fry up, cuppa, and early bird first. Brilliant. Sounds like a great morning. What are you baking? It was Bake Off last night, wasn't it? I haven't caught up yet, so don't tell me. No spoilers, no spoilers. Hi, Gillian. Morning. Good morning, Gillian. Hi, love the show from Jill. Morning, Jill. Lovely to hear from you. We'll show you, by the way, how you can get in touch with us. Remember, we've got a brand new All Singing All Dancing website, which I know everybody's loving. It's just great to have our own home, isn't it? One, our own space here, but also a brilliant website. So if you go to www.sewingstreet.com, if you click Watch Live, if you then can see under Add to Basket, there's a little box that says Send Message. As long as you're logged in, which is completely free to do so, as long as you're logged in, you can then, of course, send in any messages to the studio and we can put them on the screen. It'll say, there you go, thank you, your message is sent successfully. To find anything from today's show, 8 a.m. or 9 o'clock. Have you got that on pre-order as well? Click early bird deals. So that's all our pre-order section, basically. So that's then all underneath us. It's been renamed early bird deals. We're looking into it. Somebody's already found. Oh, I'm pleased you've already found this. I didn't know this was back in stock. Right, I say back in stock. Well done everybody who's already found that this morning, because there's only one left. I'm going to tell you there's only one left. Closing up the early bird graphics there. Oh, by the way, I should tell you as well what's coming up on today's show. But just before I do, this is what I'm talking about. Lots of people have already checked out on this morning. This is, it's like a sateen, cotton sateen. It's so silky, silky soft. So, in here, you've got everything that you need to make, including one quilt top or back, 2 pillowcases, 1 throw pillow and front, and 2 additional panels, all soft silky cotton sateen, and this is what you can make from it. I'm not going to open it because this is the one that you're getting. In fact, there's the graphics if you want it. Check out now because there's only one of those left. I'm not allowed to open it. I'm not allowed to open it because that's the one that you'll get. But absolutely make the most of it. Morning Lorraine, morning Angie, morning Sue, morning Lynn, morning Margaret. Oh, thank you. Lynn's seen the video as well. She said it was quite emotional. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm not very good at it though. I was going to say I'm not very good at singing, you know, to the camera and being emotional with all that. So thank you. Good morning, early bird. Early bird bought and now relaxing, watching the show. Who's that from? Jane. Morning, Jane. Lovely to have your company today. Hi, Pauline in Cornwall as well. She said, morning, Vicky. Lovely to see you too. Lovely to see you. Paul said to me, I think we're going to have a lovely day today. It doesn't sound like something that Paul would normally say, but he said it. So, yeah, I think it must be. So just a reminder, when you take it out the wrapping, that's what it's going to look like. So you've got the panel, you've got, of course, the wall hanging, you've got the smaller panels as well to be able to do pillowcases like this. That's lovely, isn't it? It's gorgeous. I like the bolster style cushion as well. Just so you know, there's more of you that have got it in your basket, a lot more of you that have got it in your basket than we have available. There's literally one left to be checked out, so I'll let you know about that. So today's show, as I say, we've got loads of fabrics coming up in this first hour. Have a look at this. 8 o'clock, fabrics to brighten up your morning. Kat, that is literally your, it's been her tagline this morning. This will brighten up your morning, brightening up your morning. There you go, she named it for you. 8 o'clock, fabrics to brighten up your morning, brightening up your morning. Sewgirl is here. The woman behind Sewgirl is, of course, Fiona Hesford, and she's going to be here. So the designer of the patterns. I can't believe Kat has never met her before. She's never worked with her before. So those of you that may have never met Fiona Hesford, oh my word, stay tuned. As I say, she's the designer of these patterns. So if you've got any questions, any dressmaking related questions for her, any questions whatsoever, get them in for the 9 o'clock show. She is here at 10 o'clock. Now, I know I've been watching this week. You've seen Adjustoforms. Please, please, please do not let this be a repeat of all of the sewing machines as well. Do not miss it. The only reason that we wanted to do it again today is I think this might be the last chance to be able to get the Adjustoforms for, well, I don't know how long. I don't want to put a date on it because if it's anything like the 680 or, you know, any of the machines, really struggling to get hold of them. That we're, of course, going to get more Adjustoforms, but we just don't know when. So that's coming up later on at 10 o'clock. We've also got some great dressmaking tools. 11 o'clock, Fiona's going to be back with the Coatigan. It's a lovely duster style coat. It's great with boiled ball. We've got some lovely new fabrics as well coming up in that hour for the coat. And then, of course, we will repeat yesterday's show, which was with the lovely Johnny Scotty at 12 o'clock. I don't know why I call him Johnny Scotty. That's what I call him behind the scenes. Isn't that his, wasn't it? Oh, did it used to be? It's not his Instagram name anymore, but I was sure it used to be Johnny Scotty. I'm not sure. That's what I just call him. Just so you know, everything that we've brought to air so far is sold out. So the early bird's now gone. Well done. The sateen as well is now gone. What should we jump to next, Kat? We've got some gorgeous fabrics. The Henry Glass fabric is gorgeous. Already selling on the website, just so you know. I knew that would happen. That's the fabric that we weren't supposed to have. Now, this is completely last of stock. Oh, do you recognise this one, Hen? I love that. We've got the pink 1/2 metre. We've also got the blue 1/2 metre. This is the last of stock of the Maui Moda range, which is all batiks. These are batik hand-dyed, traditionally hand-dyed fabrics. They are beautiful. I mean, let me show you. So 1/2 metre looks like this. Lily's is making flapjacks. She says she's open to suggestions of baking brownies. I'm not a brownie kind of gal. I love flapjacks. I'd stick with flapjacks, Lily. I would also make some banana bread or a lemon drizzle. Lemon drizzle. Oh, gallery saying brownies. Brownies or blondies? White chocolate brownies. Oh, gorgeous. Right, so let me show you. This side is obviously all of these amazing colours. And if I show you the reverse of it, it's the same. Because this is, it's not a printed fabric, it's traditionally hand-dyed. It's the only collection I've seen from Moda that's batik. It's absolutely beautiful. We had a whole range and this is now everything left. So Kat's put these together. This, by the way, this whole bundle is £39.99, which is £6.66 1/2 metre. For Moda, that is unbelievable. In fact, actually, hang on. 2.5 metres. Let's do that again. Kat's doing the maths again. Is that wrong? This one is beautiful. Look at this. Oh no, it is the right price. It is the right price, isn't it? £7.99 1/2 metre. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love that one. This one's like a... It reminds me of like watercolours just rippling through. They are absolutely stunning. And I just would love, 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 love to go to Bali. I'm on it with the team. I desperately want to go once the world is back to normal to do obviously an educational field trip to Bali to see the traditional dyeing techniques of batik fabrics. I don't know where this was dyed. I don't know whether this is in Bali. I need to have a bit of a research, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It is gorgeous. £39.99. Hi, Susan. Thank you. Can I just say in the gallery, they're very much loving the love. Loving the love. Thank you for sending all of your messages in for them as well, because they say, oh, it's nice to have hellos to all the team. Just because their faces aren't on telly doesn't mean that they're not part of the show. You'll always hear me talking to them. I'll include you in all the stories, but they'll always chip in, put their 10 pence in. Oh, I love this. That is like psychedelic, isn't it? And every single one is different. Every single one will be slightly different. They are gorgeous. Morning, I love the fabrics. Oh, the swirly fabrics playing with my eyes. It is quite psychedelic, isn't it? But I must say, in real life, it's not as stroby as it kind of looks on air. Sometimes I can get a bit like, whoa, it looks a bit mesmerising on air. Whereas in real life, you just really see. Do you like how I refer to it as real life? It is still real life. I am really here. The oranges into the blues, into the pinks. Oh, I love it. Oh, Ellen made lemon drizzle yesterday. Paul's saying the posters are still all right. Come on, where's our lemon drizzle? Good morning, Jade. Morning, team. She said, sneaking in some watching and sewing before work. Best way to start the day. Sounds great. Definitely is. Definitely is. Thank you for all your messages. I made my friend some face coverings with this nice bright blue one. Isn't this amazing? That just looks like the bottom of the most beautiful, beautiful Laguna blue pool. I know that not many of us have had chance to go to on holiday this year, have we? But look at that, Laguna blue. Laguna blue. I've got a feeling this will be the last time that we see this bundle. 2.5 metres from the Maui Moda collection. And this is everything that we now have. Moda is renowned for, I think they sort of put pre-cuts on the map, didn't they? So a lot of their charm packs or the layer cakes or design rolls. Whereas this, I mean, it's just, the jelly rolls, of course, is Moda. That one's amazing. The pinks and the oranges together. But they're so renowned for their quality quilting fabrics, normally quilting weight fabrics. This is a lighter weight cotton, but you can still absolutely use it for quilting. In fact, some of my favourite ever quilts that I've seen on Pinterest have been using solely batik fabrics. What's that, sorry? What can you see? Is it an owl with sunglasses on there? You look say a frog hugging a tree. I can see, hang on, which way? There, that's like a dog. Look, there's the dog. It's like reading tea leaves, isn't it? What can you see? Can you see my future? I can't promise that yours will have a frog, an owl and a dog on yours, but they're all different. Oh, there's a frog. 39.99. They saw something different in the gallery, which I can't say on air, sorry. Right, we digress. This whole bundle, $39.99. I'm so pleased that we've managed to put these together. Oh, I'm so pleased. Suzanne saw a frog and a dog too, and not what the dirty minds in the gallery were saying. Dearie me. Alan, how is everyone at Sewing Street? How's the directors getting on in the gallery? Paul, Kat? Kat is actually technically directing as well today. She's put on the system, oh, you've changed it now. She's put on the system that she's directing and producing today. No, they're doing great, thanks, Alan. Thank you for asking. Can I show you this Henry Glass? By the way, that is very, very limited now if you do want that whole Maui bundle. It's amazing. Is this by the ½ metre or is this a bundle? ½ metre, yes. Oh my word, just dive into these. That one is stunning. This one is beautiful. It's like unicorns, that's so pretty. So, right, you all know recently Kat has been given the secret code to the vaults of our stock, and she says it feels so good, but she's getting cheekier and cheekier as the weeks go on. So scheduling her show, she says, right, I found this, I've put it into my show, and I know there was a note next to it that this couldn't have been used. She says, no, don't say that on air, that I know the note was there, but we're going to do it. So have a quick look at these. I'm going to show you them all individually like this, and then I'm going to open them all out. They are absolutely phenomenal. Right, so I'm going to start with this one because it's a panel. This is a panel, the rest are by the ½ metre. They are absolutely stunning. If you love, do you know like the bedspread idea? Personally, if you want quite a quick quilt, or if you're starting out quilting, I find that a panel is a great place to start because you can put borders using this. This is huge. This is absolutely huge. This would make a beautiful lap quilt if you put a border or a baby quilt, or use them as each individual panels that you could then embroider on top of. They're absolutely stunning. So in fact, sorry Paul, I'm going to show it like this because I want to show you how big it is. You could put French knots and embroider on top of it and you can frame them. And then you've got all of that beautiful background fabric as well. Look at that. Hang on. How is that $7.99? This is Henry Glass. This is a really, really high quality designer fabric. And we're at $7.99. This would be really, really lovely as well for like panels on the front of bags as well. Or little cushions would be beautiful. Paul's thinking I'm going to go and get some, you know, affordable frames from charity shops or some old frames and put them all in frames all on the wall and have different hand stitching on them as well. It'd look gorgeous. You could cut it in half. So you've got the 4 going across like that, and you could have it as like a bed runner, couldn't you? You could quilt it and have it as a bed runner. What would you do with this panel? Let me know. Now, just so you're aware, this will come pre-cut like that. So anybody who's multi-buying, it will all... Why are you scared? This is what you want to happen. Kat's now getting concerned that they're selling. You almost wanted to do it as like a little... I want to show you what's in stock, but I don't want to sell it because I'm not allowed. Whereas it's going absolutely crazy. There's loads of people taking advantage of this. And Kat's now getting nervous. No risk, no reward, Kat, Paul's saying. She's a rebel, isn't she? Nothing to do with me, by the way, management. This is all Kat. $7.99. $7.99. I love those colours. The background, just so you know, let me put it onto the desk, Paul, so you can see that the background of this is exactly the same as this like unicorn subtle ombre. It's so beautiful in the background. It's very whimsical. Who's this? Tiffany? Lovely start to the show, but oh, Lily's fry-up has given me envy. Porridge looks so sad on comparison. Oh, I know. I just had some rubbish Weetabix this morning. Definitely would like a fry-up. A lot of people buying multiples, by the way, the panel. Lots of people buying multiples. Oh, hello, Lynn. Morning, Paul, Kat, and Vicky. I like that I was last. Paul's like, yes, I was first. Gorgeous fabrics this morning. Oh, honestly, we haven't even scratched the surface yet. We've got some gorgeous ones coming up, Lynn. She said, when's Yarn Lane starting? She then said, sorry, I meant Yarn Lane. What was I going to say? I don't know. I personally don't know. I'm waiting to see whether they tell me, but I don't know. Has there been any emails about it recently? Lynn, have you had an email about it then? Because I haven't seen it. We have no idea, if we're honest. I think it's soon. It's definitely soon, because I know there's a lot going on in the office about it at the moment, but I haven't been told. I don't know. Alan, do you want a job? Do you want to come and produce? He said, right, Alan said, that works out 99p per square. How good is that? 99p per square. That is so good. That is really good, isn't it? And then if you want to cut these out and you've got this lovely pink border, you could then use these for English paper piecing, couldn't you? Don't get rid of these. The background, you're always going to be able to use the parts here and use them for hexes for EPP. Thanks, Alan. Right, that's been very, very, very popular. Now, the half meters. Shall we start with the unicorn one? We're calling it unicorn, by the way. What's it actually called? Multi-stain glass. Dragonfly Garden. It's so beautiful. I want to show you from up above. Oh, wow. It's so subtle. We've had some quite bright, bold ombre colours. In fact, we've got a couple today. But this is so subtle, but it's so pretty. In fact, do you know what I'd use this with? The glitter PU, and do like a nice like pencil case style or organiser set with the PU, or a backpack using this, the PU, and some more of the Henry Glass. That would look so lovely. $7.99 a half metre. It is Henry Glass designer fabric. Half a metre now means, of course, that you can purchase as much as you want. We sell in half metre increments, but you can buy as much as you want and it will be cut off the bolt for you. So if you want 1.5 meters, for example, add 3 units to your basket. Remember, check out as many times as you want and you'll only pay one postage and packaging of $3.95 all day long. It's really beautiful quality quilting fabric as well. Morning, Vicky and the studio crew. Love the fabrics. Oh, I wish I had the money to buy them all. Well, we were talking about this morning. We've already spent about £5 million this morning. Paul checked his lottery numbers, and we already spent his 5 million before he'd even found out that he'd lost it. He says, I haven't won 5 million, by the way. I hadn't won anything. He didn't get one number. But you know when you almost are like, oh, what would you do if you win? We're like, get on Rightmove now. Let's have a look at houses nearby. We don't want to go too far because we decided we still wanted to, stay at work here, but wanted to look at these. We started going up to 10 million. You always do that, go slightly above your budget. He's won 5 million. Well, he hasn't. He's like, I haven't. Stop saying I've won 5 million. Mom, Barbara, he's not won the lottery. Kat would just say she'd have, he did say that he'd buy your house though. He did say he'd buy your house. Yeah, the funniest thing was Kat said to me, do you know what I would be able to go to Greg's without the worry. I'm like, what worry do you have when you go to buy? She has been to Greg's today. She just go, I thought she was worried. What, you thought what, sorry, Paul? Oh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. She's worried about spending all her money in Greg's. Dearie me. Dearie me. I'll have all your croissants. The most expensive ones off the top shelf. Oh, can we do this one, please? Which is, I'm going out of order now. This is GYYV85. Oh, you've got pictures now, so I don't need to read the codes. Oh, I love this. Am I allowed to have favourites? No. I'm having a favourite. This is my favourite. I absolutely love this. Alan, yeah, we agree with you. You could use the panel of squares on a canvas frame as a wall art as well. That would look really, really nice, Alan. Good shout. These are so beautiful. I love that swirly picture. And to be able to have gorgeous, gorgeous colours, bright neon greens, but not yet what one doesn't outshine the other. Do you know what I mean? Reminds me of the feel that you have with batiks, actually. I wonder whether this would work with any of the... Am I going too daring? Do you like it with the blue? What about this one? They're not sure about my designing. Oh, I thought it goes quite well. This is why I say I'm not very good at putting fabrics together. They're like, oh, no, doesn't look good. Okay. Right, it's already 1:30. Let's move on. We've got loads to show you this hour. I've got the complementing one this time, but it's a lighter background. It's got that unicorn background. 1/2 metre. For $7.99. Remember, you can purchase as much as you want at this point. Dressmakers, go for it. Oh, Gillian, I love it too. She says, gorgeous fabrics. Aren't they stunning? I've not seen anything like this, in fact. This is the first time I've seen anything like this either. Because I stole it. We're not supposed to have this on the show. You've got to erase all evidence that this ever happened. We've got to make sure that this comes in and disappears today. Oh, it's absolutely lovely. See, the greens really stand out with the lighter background, don't you think? What are you going to use it for? Bag making? Quilting? Bag making would look lovely. Or toy making as well. What about like a bear out of this? It would look lovely. Or a unicorn. It's quite magical, isn't it? It is quite magical indeed. Morning, Dawn. How are you today? How is everybody? Come say hello to us on Facebook. Remember, we're live on YouTube as well. You can drop a message there. Or now on the website, there is a new little box that says to message the studio, which we can put on the screen. Hi, who's this? Sorry. Hi, Cal. Cal said, good morning, Vicky and the crew. Loving all the fabric. Can you do more dressmaking shows? We've got 2 today. We've got 2 in fact, we've got 3 dressmaking shows, in fact, haven't we? Virtually all day is going to be dressmaking today. So from 9 o'clock, we're going to be doing some dressmaking with Fiona Hesford. So Cal, if you've got any questions, get them in today. We will, absolutely. I know that we're getting some more dressmaking products in at the moment as well, which is exciting. Right, we've also got, I love this blue and green. The blue, please. The background purples are amazing. See, on the website, I think it looks more purpley. That's so dramatic, isn't it? It's like a night garden. Gosh, that looks amazing, doesn't it? $7.99. Just so you're aware, it is more blue than it is purple. Don't get me wrong, there's definitely these lovely violets in the background. Can you see? You can't even see on there. That looks all completely black, doesn't it? But you've got a stark black background and then the detail of the leaves in purple as well. Can you see? Just about. There's purple leaves as well in the background and then this beautiful, almost like, right, putting my jewellery head on for a second. It's like tanzanite blue, isn't it? It's a purpley blue. Really lovely. half a metre for £7.99. We've also got it in green. I'm flying through these now. Sorry, they're brand new. These have never been seen before. And we've got so much to get through in 20 minutes. Gosh. Oh, Jill. Oh, have you had a lovely holiday? Are you back? Are you having to quarantine now then? What's the rules with costs? I don't know what the Greek islands are like if you're at home now. If you're staying with us for the next, if you are having to stay home for the next couple of weeks, we will keep you company every morning. I didn't know that I was on for 5 hours tomorrow. I'm on for 5 hours tomorrow and Saturday. I know John's on for 5 hours. He's doing the Christmas show on Saturday. So yeah, we've got loads lined up anyway. So if you are, hope you had a lovely holiday though. Oh, a bit of sunshine. I said this morning, I have started to look grey, like this colour, the background wall. If I don't put my cement mixer on in the morning, I come in and I looked the colour of the background wall. I came in literally in my dressing gown the other day and was doing my ironing in here and I caught a glimpse of me on camera and thought, oh, imagine if that gets cut live. I literally look like the wall. Need a tan, need a tan. Morning, everybody. Good to see you again anyway, she said, Jill did. Oh no, quarantine for cost, that's good, Jill. Hi Sharon, morning Vicky, beautiful fabric. The panel is lush, isn't it? It's really, really nice. That's from Shaz. Morning Shaz in Southampton. The panel, just so you know, this one would go amazing with any of these fabrics, any of the ones that we're looking at. This one is flying out, literally. They're dragonflies, aren't they? Do you get it? Flying out. Right, if you have got multiple in your basket, please check out now because I'd hate for you to miss out. If you do want more than one of these, remember they will come as pre-cuts like this. So, the next one is all from the same range. They're all going to work really well together. This is, oh, do you know what? I said I've already given you my favourite, haven't I? I do love that blue one, but this, I'm thinking for dressmakers, this would make a beautiful, I mean, it would be quite a structured cotton dress, but it would still be a beautiful, oh, awesome big opulent cushions. That's so lovely, isn't it? Soft furnishings would look amazing with this because this deep blue is very, very on trend, isn't it, in home furnishing? And I love that sort of sketched look. You've got all of the detail of all of the petals. What flower is this? What flower is it? I don't know. It says rose. Are they roses? They're absolutely beautiful. They remind me of peonies, you know, when they're like the closed-ish peonies. Look lovely. £7.99. Oh, I absolutely love that. You've got that beautiful green. The pinks. We need to whiz through these, don't we? We need to whiz through these. I think they're clocking on in the office that we've got them. Let's quickly run the graphics. What about this one? Oh, these are big hydrangeas. They're my favourite flowers. I had them all at my wedding. I love hydrangeas. The roses, the hydrangeas, that background, like that unicorn field background. How beautiful is this? If you know anybody that loves gardening, how amazing would these be for conservatory cushions? Even blinds, these would look beautiful. You know, big Roman blinds, they'd look gorgeous. Brand new today, brand new. It's got quite a pink background. Not as pink as it looks on the website, but it is a pink background, which is really subtle and pretty. Okay, we've got to move on. They're all going really quickly. If you do want any of these fabrics, do make sure you're checking out on as many units as you possibly can. Because I don't know how easy this is to get back in. So if you are thinking for larger projects, stock up now. This one's got like a lovely watercolour blue in the background. Look at that. With lovely water lilies. Lilies? Okay. Beverly, I'll show you the unicorn one. In fact, it will look lovely with this as well. This is like your blender of all of the Henry Glass fabrics, so I put these in together. Diane. Oh, you can read that. I can't say it. Ranunculus. Is that right? Ranunculus. The pink flowers, the ones that we were saying, they say they're roses. They're ridiculous. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. We should, our Hannah, if Hannah were here, she'd know. Come on, Cat. Cat's very much, she's Monty Don. She loves Monty Don. Oh, there was torrential rain last week. Right, tell me at home if this is normal. My husband was outside in the torrential rain potting his plants. And I was like, what are you doing? You're absolutely soaked. And he was like, this is prime weather for potting. I'm like, no, it's not. That can't be. It was absolutely, it was just throwing it down. It was awful. It was awful. Is that normal? To pot in the complete torrential rain? Thank you. They're saying no, it's not normal. Oh, this is lovely. I'm just going to show this again for Beverly. I think it says the picture looks blurry on the website. It's not blurry. It's just misty. It's like lovely, like, oh, unicorn, beautiful colours. This is beautiful for a nursery. This would be really lovely for, like, I'm thinking to make yourself a really simple sort of cloud template and stuff it. And you could do like clouds. You could do a unicorn. You could do like moons and stars. Yeah, that would be so beautiful. Okay, I hope you managed to get them. That's all of the naughtiness for this hour. There's more naughtiness later, but we really shouldn't have done that, really. We've got some other beautiful, beautiful fabrics to show you, though. Right, which ones do you want to go to now? Is that this one? Oh, no, this one. The two. Is this the gradient one? What is the gradient? Oh, do you know can you see why? When you say gradient, I think this one. This is ombre. Unbelievable. Look at that. Beautiful greens. What I love about it, if you're doing smaller pre-cuts as well, don't get me wrong, this in a Bargello or large blocks would look amazing. But then if you're thinking of doing English paper piecing and you wanting to take a bit from here and a bit from here and a bit from here, you're getting all of these different colours and it's going to look completely different across the board. Love that. Oh, Alan sent in a lovely picture of a white floral fabric. Oh, he made for his nan. This is amazing. Thank you for sending this in. Remember, if you do want to send in photographs, you can still use the email address, thestudio@sewingstreet.com. You just can't send photographs via the website. You just do it on the emails. Thanks, Alan. We'll show that in a second. £7.99. You've got these lovely deep greens, and it's just subtly and very slowly ombres into this amazing lime green, and then into, again, the deeper, darker shades. Love that. Absolutely love it. We've also got it in the blue. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Oh, nice. This is lovely with the Henry glass. Sorry, it's very creased. Oh, oh. Paul, it's saying that my screen needs to do an update. Oh, sorry, the Dragonfly panel sold out. It's gone, it's gone, it's gone. If you're messaging in about it. So we've got that lovely teal, and then it ripples into these deep, deep blues. This would look amazing with all the Henry glass, look. That would look really nice. That would look really nice with the Henry glass. Yeah. That's gorgeous, isn't it? Ish. So, that's your Henry glass. Sorry, not Henry glass. This one isn't Henry glass. We've got Alan's picture. Let me show you Alan's picture. He made a lovely white handbag. Oh, what pattern's that? It's a nice shape bag. I like that. That is really, really nice. You might need to turn the mouse on, Cat, underneath. Oh, Alan, thank you ever so much for your picture. We love to see your makes. Send them in, send them in, send them in. Thank you. There's the email address if you do want to send in any photographs like Alan has this morning, studio@sewingstreet.com. We'll try and show as many as we can. Claire, I think it's a Fiona's pattern, isn't it, that you've sent a photograph in? So we're going to wait until Fiona's here, if that's okay, to show yours. How are you, Claire? How are you? Gradiente? There's your grey, your purple, your blue and your pink. They're lovely colours. Are you thinking these to go with your unicorn fabric as well? Let me have a look. So if you've got any of the Henry Glass, that's a lovely background actually, because that goes really, really well. Or in fact, I'm thinking the Water Lily one. Very similar colours. That's a nice bundle, even if I do so myself. Lovely with the Henry Glass. So you get 1/2 metre of your pink gradiente. You get your blue, 1/2 metre. And can you see that it's got a lovely little Ditsy print? It's not solid. It's got a really pretty Ditsy print. Purple and grey. $18.99 for the 4 1/2 metres. There's the purple. 1/2 metre. And then the silver. 1/2 metre, 2 metre bundle for just £18.99. They're all gorgeous. Right, we're going to have to go quick because we've got less than 10 minutes. Can I do the one with the bees on? Because I love bees. This is one that I showed with the early bird earlier. The early bird has sold out. Well done, everybody who managed to get it. But this would look lovely with your beige. It's got beige background, real vibrant colours, lovely for summer, but really nice for autumn as well. This is your chance to buy by the 1/2 metre. Oh, what are you making? Someone's bought 7 1/2 metres. It's quite designer-esque actually, isn't it? I know a lot of designers love to use bees. Gucci, you see it a lot, don't you? I love this. This is one of my favourites. This is one of my favourites. 1/2 metre is £5.99. I think this would make a really pretty little girl's dress. I think this would make a really, really pretty dress. I think this would be really nice for cushions. I think it would make a nice little garden bag. I think this would make a really, really nice backpack. Lovely for any of... No! I'm thinking like a farmer's market bag, you know, to go and get your fruit and veg. Little tote bag even. Put your honey in. Lots of gardening projects they're about at the moment, aren't there? There's lots of makes. We've also got the white background. Is it this one? With the bunnies. You got a bunny and a squirrel and a snail. Oh, this is pretty. This is really different. So, it's got a bit of texture in the background as well. You can see that it's got that little speckle and there's little little scenes. You've got a squirrel, 3 bunnies, you've got a snail, you've got a dragonfly, having a little meeting. £4.99. Oh, me too, Julie. It does brighten up a miserable day. It's so grey and rainy outside today. Julie said, loving the cheerful colours this morning. They are really lovely, bright colours. I think even though we go into autumn, you don't need to make sure everything's all dark and gloomy. And do you? It's nice to incorporate some nice bright colours. Especially this year, we just need it, don't we? We do just need it. The Village Pond has got like quite a, would you say this is lime green background? What colour background would you say that is? It's multi-directional as well. Minty green. Quite a light, not lime, it's not lime, that's wrong. It's more minty green. With a touch of yellow. I can't describe that colour. £3.99. That's got to be wrong. It's £3.99 a 1/2 metre. And look what you get for 1/2 metre. 112 wide. It's lovely. Really, really lovely. Oh, bargain, bargain, bargain. That's the first time we've seen it, isn't it? It's the first time I've seen it. Price has got to be wrong. $3.99. Oh, there you go. I think it was a premiere a couple of days ago with Paul. A couple of days ago. That's so nice. Great price. Are you thinking dungarees? Oh, yes. That would look really cute, Cat. Cat. That would look really nice. You absolutely could rock dungarees this colour. Matching bucket hat. Yeah, cool. Cool kids, cool kids. Okay, pardon. Stripes. Right, we've got to be quick. Oh, yes, good idea. Bright stripes or pastel stripes. Sorry if this is going to make your eyes go funny. I will just hold it still. Oh, it's making my eyes go funny. It doesn't make your eyes go funny in real life. It's just on the screen. It's just like a fine pinstripe, which is really bad for television. But you've got blue, red, green, yellow. We're talking to Fiona about it before the show. Little boys' shirts or dungarees. Binding. This would be really nice for binding. Just having a snippet of it. That would look really, really nice for binding. We've also got it with your pastel shades. It's strange, isn't it, how on screen it looks so different, like it strobes. Whereas here it's fine. Hi, Hannah. Morning, Hannah. Up, dressed, nabbed the early bird, completed a quilt, get to work, and Tummy's loudly informs everybody that I forgot my breakfast. I'm not surprised you forgot your breakfast with all of that going on. Priorities clearly elsewhere. Up, dressed, nabbed the early bird, and completed a quilt. You have been busy, busy, busy this morning. Do you know, I get to about, well, I watch the show and then think, I'm still not dressed. I've had a really unproductive week this week. I've not really done that much, and I've started, I've started to think, right, I need to write myself a bit of a list in the morning of things that I need to tick off and complete through the day, because otherwise I would just sit around and not do anything. What did you do yesterday, Paul? He says I was on the phone to Virgin Media for an hour and a half. Oh, that's annoying. Other companies are available. Are they your internet providers? $4.99 a half metre. That's another brilliant price. Lovely cheerful colours. And that would be so pretty as even just a border on a quilt or a binding on a cushion, on a white cushion with, oh, lovely things. Talking of jumpsuits, in fact, I had a message come in from Heather. Hello, Heather. She says, morning, loving all the fabulous fabrics. This was the jumpsuit that Janice demonstrated. Oh, nice. It's being gifted to my granddaughter, Ophelia, on her 3rd birthday, which is today. Oh, my word. Happy birthday, Ophelia. She says, I hope she likes the matching headband too. Happy birthday. I love that name. That's such a beautiful name, isn't it? From Nana. Oh, I love it. We always love that fabric as well. It's a real lightweight denim, isn't it? That's a really nice fabric. Right, very, very quickly. Mix of fabrics. Are these individual? Are these individual? Pink first. Pink. $3.99. Right, these are bargains. Buy them, buy them, buy them. This is such a good price. Buy the half metre. They're always very popular in blush. It's got like a mottle effect, like marshmallow. I'd call it cotton candy. Candy floss. I love candy floss. Do you? No. I know it's just spun sugar, isn't it? But it just is so nice. So good. Right, we've also got the lilac. They're all on the website. Don't worry if we're flying through these. You can always get these on the website. That one was called blush. This one's called lilac. Half a metre. $3.99. Just $3.99. Come and say hello to us today. Come say hello to Fiona. We've had lots of lovely messages come through this morning. Oh, right. Can you get us up to 100 followers on Instagram? Not us. It's Cat's dog. Rudy with an I, R-U-D-I, _ the miniature schnauzer. If you give him a follow, We'll get him up to 100 followers. And Delightful Delicate is Paul's mum's Instagram as well. She does lovely free motion embroidery bowls. Too productive, my own good Vix. What time do you wake up? And there's no snacks in the office. Oh no, you're going to have to wait till lunchtime. Very angry, Tammy. I'm not surprised. Gosh, you do need to make sure you eat your breakfast. Never skip breakfast. Cat had two. No, you didn't. You told me you only had one croissant. One croissant. And a sausage bap. You've got what, sorry? I know, instead of the star, they're doing chocolate biscuits like a bat for Halloween. Oh my word, how beautiful is this? It's like peacock, teal blue, $3.99 a half metre. I'm flying through all of these. We've got the orange. This is like a lovely tangerine, is it called? Your John Loudon fabric. It is a printed cotton. It's really beautiful. It looks like batik, doesn't it? That's why I just wanted to show you, because of that mottle effect on the printing. Oh, Glennis, I hope you're okay. Sending you lots of love. I hope you're okay. Just can't be with you this morning at the hospital. I hope you're okay. I hope you're all good. That's just £3.99. And then the last one is the purple. Magenta. We've got one more fabric. Can we do it, please? Or are we going to squeeze it into the next hour later? This would look really, 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 really lovely with all of the Henry Glass fabric that we did as naughties earlier. Look, these ones would look beautiful. Have a look on the website if you missed those earlier, because they were all brand new today. The magenta's lovely. Half a metre is, again, very affordable at £3.99. Last one. We'll bring the Tilda back later, and we've got the PUs on the website if you want to grab those. We could do those later as well. This is magical, isn't it? I love this, and I think especially with those Henry Glass ones that we're looking at, that unicorn one in particular, this is beautiful. The bubbles with the stars, it literally looks like it's just been photographed and the light shining through. Look at those lovely colours in the background. Half a metre is only £4.99. Let me know what you're going to... what you make with those, with all these gorgeous fabrics. Had a message come in from Carol. Hi, Carol in Somerset. Hi, Vix. Did I spot a Noel banner, or was it dreaming? You were not dreaming, don't worry. We're actually doing a giveaway. Fiona Hesford has been very, very kind to do a giveaway for us today. So anybody who purchases Fiona's patterns in today's show, you're automatically entered in with a chance of winning some beautiful Noel bunting to make yourself. It's a panel that you make yourself. And yeah, she's giving away 2 of them to 2 lucky winners. We'll find out the winner tomorrow. But the patterns today are great as well, really versatile. So the next hour we're starting with the Edith tunic, which looks like this. This is Fiona rocking the tunic. I love that. I always love Fiona's patterns. They're always very, 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 very popular indeed. And of course, Fiona designed the patterns. So if you've got any questions for her, get them in. And then later on, we've also got the Coatigan, or the Duster style jacket coat, which is lovely, the one behind me. So if you've got any questions for her, get them in now. But also don't forget to check out on the patterns, because you're automatically entered into the prize draw. Good luck on all of those Henry Glass fabrics, because they are flying out. We'll give you a few minutes to check out whilst we get Fiona on. Don't go anywhere. We're back with her right after this. Shopping with us couldn't be easier. If you want to shop online, then you can head to our website, www.sewingstreet.com. It will redirect you to our sister channel Jewellery Makers landing page. Don't worry, you haven't gone to the wrong place. We're simply using their website temporarily while we're building our own web shop. Scroll down past the Watch Live part, and you'll see all of the products that you will have seen on air on today's live show. You can also shop our catalogue by clicking a category, clicking a product to view closer, and adding it to your basket. Once you're ready to check out, you will need to create an account, which is absolutely free to do so, but it will mean that you can check out on as many orders as you want throughout the day with still only paying one postage and packaging. If you'd prefer to speak to somebody in our UK-based customer service team, then you can do so via the free telephone line number 0800 001 4433. They will not only help you create an account, but will also help you with any of your online shopping.
Hello everyone, I'm Delphine Brooks. It's so great to be here and part of the Sewing Street family. I'm local, I'm only down the road in Warwickshire. I started sewing many years ago when I was very young, doing lots of art and painting, and eventually I went into textiles and I really enjoyed doing the two together. I then had a bit of a break. Something you don't know about me maybe is that I spent many years in the Royal Air Force and eventually in the police as well. And then I went full circle and I've come back to my happy place of sewing, and which I really enjoy. My best sewing tip is measure twice and cut once. I have chipped up a couple of times by not measuring properly, and I do always regret it. So now I always measure twice, cut once. Anyway, I really hope to be with you again soon, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Debbie Shaw, and as a professional sewer, I really know how important it is to use a high quality thread. Well, you think about it. You spend a lot of money on your sewing machine, you'll spend a lot of money on fabric, and you'll spend a lot of time sewing. So why let your thread let you down? I know a lot of our designers and customers prefer to use Aurifil thread. Now, this is a family business. It was established in 1983 and they're based just outside Milan in Italy. They produce superior quality threads for domestic and professional sewers alike, and they've achieved worldwide success with quilters, sewers, embroiderers and textile artists who all appreciate the versatility and the strength of these threads. It's all made from Egyptian cotton, which is grown just at the side of the River Nile, and Aurifil only use the long staple threads, which gives their thread that strength. Each one of these threads goes through 15 steps before it even gets onto a spool and then comes to you to use in your sewing projects. Now at Sewing Street, we've collaborated with Aurifil and we've brought you two collections of threads. So we have the Quilters collection, and these are exclusive to Sewing Street. We've done a lot of research with quilters, and these are the colours that you prefer to use. So we put a whole collection together for you. The second collection is the Essential collection. So this is for the homemakers, for the bag makers, for the craft sewers, for the dressmakers. And again, these have been proven to be the most popular colours that you're going to use. So if you want your projects to last longer and your seams to be stronger, invest in some quality thread.
Hi, I'm Becky Alexander Frost, and Sewing Street have asked me to join their team as one of their guest designers. I own a sewing pattern design company. My pattern design company is RJAF Makes. RJAF Makes is my initials. Even though it's Rebecca Jane Alexander Frost, I prefer being known as Becky, and you guys get to call me Becky. I've been sewing just over 28 years thanks to my mother who taught me, and I'm now bringing patterns to Sewing Street. So I look forward to seeing you guys.
If you'd like to get in touch with us during our live show and send in any messages or any questions, then you can do it on studio@sewingstreet.com. Alternatively, you can message us on our official Facebook page. Becky! Baffa! Hi everyone, she just messaged, her advert's just gone out. I had no idea you were on this weekend, Becky. I'm so excited to have you joining us. I'm not here this weekend. Oh, Becky Alexander Frost, those of you that have not met Becky, it's her first show at Sewing Street this weekend. She is such a brilliant designer. She's an incredible artist, and she's just one of our favourite people ever. She's just lovely. So you will love her. Please send her all of the support at the weekend. Oh, I know she's watching, so hello. Oh, Sarah wants these Rudy the miniature schnauzer. Yeah, that's it, Sarah. You can follow the cat's little dog. Trying to get him to be an Instagrammer. Nearly 100 followers, nearly 100 followers. Good morning, everybody. Oh, I know, good morning, my blue Adjustoform just arrived. I love it. Oh, speaking of which, we've got an Adjustoform show coming on in an hour, 10 o'clock. We've put them on pre-order now because I've got a feeling today is the last day of grabbing these. We will get more in the future, but I don't know when is the problem. I don't want to put a time. I'm not here to rush or to pressure you, but I'm just saying if you do want one and you were thinking about it, it could be weeks or it could be months. We just don't know when we're going to be able to get them back. So if you go to the website, www.sewingstreet.com, if you scroll down, you'll see today's deals, and then you'll see on the right-hand side, it says early bird deals. Can you see there? If you click on that and scroll, keep scrolling down, and you'll find the Adjustoforms are on there. Where are they? There they are. There they are. The Adjustoforms are on there. They're also available with split pay. They're available with split pay. Since we launched split pay a couple of weeks ago, it's been really, really popular. Lots of people have been checking out on the Adjustoforms, so do make the most of those. Also, what were you going to say? Sorry, Kat? Oh yeah, so if there's smaller sizes, I always recommend, people often ask what size to go for. I definitely recommend to go for a smaller size because you can always pad out, but you can't take away, if you know what I mean, from the Adjustoforms. They all adjust to go out, and you can pad out further, but you can't go further in. So if you are looking on being in between sizes, I'd personally say go for a smaller size. So have a look. If you've got any questions, get them in, and we'll be talking about them later on at 10 o'clock. If you've got an Adjustoform, message in. So this hour we're going to be talking about the Edith tunic, which I absolutely love. You've seen it all dotted around the set today. It's just such a great comfy tunic to wear, which I think is just very flattering. No matter what size you are, no matter what body type you are, it's always going to work. Pockets, I know Fiona loves pockets. This is size 8 to 20, so a great size range. And what I love about it as well is that you've got lots of seams here. So that means it obviously gives you plenty of chances to adjust, to lengthen or to shorten. It gives you a chance to do blocking as well. So you could do different colour at the bottom to at the top, or different sleeve colours if you want. You've got the pockets obviously at the front there, and you don't need to worry, as it's suitable for beginners. It hasn't got any zips, or you're not worrying too much about, you know, lots of darts and things like that. It is going to be brilliant. Maybe if you've just got into dressmaking and you've started with doing cotton dresses through the summer, and you're now thinking, right, it's obviously getting colder, the weather's turned and it's getting more wintry. And if you're nervous about working with the heavier weight fabrics, this might be a really nice pattern to have a go with. We're going to give you all of the tips. It's great for autumn and winter, isn't it? Don't get me wrong, we've got some options as well with the linens, which would be more sort of lightweight. But what I love about the denim is it's great for this time of year. So the pattern is £17.99. We'll go through in more detail with Fiona the pattern. I know she's got an open one, and on the reverse of it you've got all of your sizes. So it says here your size information, your finished garment size, and your fabric requirements at the bottom. We've put some bundles together, but if you do want to have a closer look at that, is it on the website? Yeah, I think it's on the description on the website, so you'll be able to have a closer look at that. It should be. We'll have a check. Oh. Thanks for the followers, Kat saying. Rudy's now got more than 100 followers. Thank you. Right, let's do the denim first, because I think that this should suit perfectly. We've got the medium blue to start with, which is this one, which is 2.5 meters of your medium blue denim. So loads. I mean, it's enough to do the largest size, which Fiona's pattern is size 20. You will need, obviously, the pattern as well. They come separately. This is your bundle for £23.99. Perfect. It will look absolutely beautiful. And we'll talk to Fiona as well about that transition. If you've only worked with, you know, your cottons and, you know, your lightweight cottons, when you are starting to work with heavier fabrics, any tips that she might have for us. So that's the medium. We've also got the dark. I do really like this style dress, actually, especially after, you know, the year that we've had, the lockdown year. Anything that's flattering, absolutely love. So £23.99. This is your dark blue denim. That's the darker blue. Once again, it's a 2.5 metre bundle. Anybody who purchases the pattern, by the way, you're automatically entered to win the bunting panel. You're automatically entered. You don't need to put a code or anything like that. You're all automatically entered if you buy the pattern. So this is what it looks like on lovely Fiona as well. Have a look at this. Here she is, doing a little dance. I love that. What do you like about Kat? She does. It's not the dress. She is saying she doesn't like having that little box. I think it looks great. It's good to have the denim in the background. No, I think that looks good. It's good to be able to show you. Oh, sorry. He's done something funny now. We're back. Okay. We've also got 2 new linen looks, which are lighter. They're lighter weight, so it will have a different feel to it. It's nice if you're looking at summer makes, or you're going to a hotter country. But this is such a beautiful colour. It's called chartreuse. No, that's chartreuse. Have I got the wrong one? This is wine. This is wine. This is your wine linen. It's absolutely, in fact, it's not a linen. It's a linen look. What's the composition of this then? Because I'm thinking, I wonder whether if it's not linen, you don't need to worry too much about the whole creasing problem that linen has. Quite often it's difficult to, keep its, but this doesn't look too creasy. 2.5 metres of your wine linen look Edith fabric bundle. So again, 2.5 metres, which is enough to be able to do the largest size, which is size 20. If you're doing a smaller size, then you'll just have plenty left over. You'll have plenty of fabric to play with. Then this one's called chartreuse. It's more of a lime. It's more of a bright chartreuse. I think the picture on the website is very olive, but look, can you see? That is so bright. Okay, so it's 100% cotton. 100% cotton. This is going to be lovely to sew with as well. It's a lighter weight, just so you're aware. £16.99. This for spring and summer would look beautiful. Linen look trousers or a jacket or the tunic dress that we're doing today. They're all available by the half metre on the website as well. So if you are thinking, right, I am only going to do a size 8 or a size 10, don't need 2.5 metres, you can get them by the half metre on the website, or if you've got a different project in mind. Now, very quickly, before we go over to Fiona, Claire from Solihull, down the road from us, she's messaged in, Claire who makes things, and she said, hi, Vicky and Fiona, I made Fiona's Peggy top kit from her last show. It's a fabulous kit. She says, love Claire who makes things, aka Claire Roberts from Solihull. That's gorgeous. I love that.
Can I just say, Claire's one of my super fans. And she is fabulous, and she does the most amazing videos.
Oh,
She's got a video blog.
She does great YouTube, doesn't she?
Fabulous. I love her.
She's very talented.
Yeah,
she's a very talented lady because she's got 3 children
got 3 boys,
as well.
yes.
And she's also a figure skater, and she's also
That's
she's
right.
always sewing.
I think she should come on the show.
She should.
I keep saying to her, you should come on the show, Claire.
Absolutely.
You'd be fabulous.
Absolutely. We love you. Thanks, Claire.
Yeah,
How are
Claire.
you, Fiona?
Thank you. Checks in the post.
How are you? It's lovely to have you
I'm really
back.
well, thank you. How are you?
All good.
Yes,
All good. Thank you.
Yeah.
We've got 2 fabulous patterns today. Is this the first time that you've done the Edith tunic on Sewing
On
Street?
Sewing Street it is, yes.
Absolutely,
yes,
brilliant.
Yes, and we've got the Ursula later as well, and they're both, I think, really sort of Scandi kind of projects, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
You know, if you're a fan like me of toast clothing, which is really expensive, lots of really beautiful linen clothing, but if you kind of fancy making clothes like that yourself, these patterns sort of fit the bill really. They've got that similar look, very understated, slightly utility, really nice things to work in, great in lots of different types of fabric for different seasons. So I think, you know, the Edith is good in linen, but it's good in denim, and, you know, it's nice in needle cord, things like that. So, you know, I think, nice. So I think, you know, it's a very versatile pattern. And
I'd say it's suitable for beginners as well.
I'd say beginners to dressmaking. I mean, as long as you know how to do a seam allowance, it's all straight sewing really. I mean, obviously top stitching, take it easy if you're doing a contrast thread. But if you're a bit worried about that, just do it in the same colour as background.
So you wearing the Edith tunic?
So I've got the Edith underneath, yes.
Nice.
This one's been done in an indigo cotton, and you can see how much it's been worn because it's really washed out. But I quite like that washed out look because it's the same with denim, isn't it?
Yeah.
When it's washed out, it looks better. You know, it looks better as it goes along. So
this would be great with denim as well. I know they're quite, heavyweight, but it would look absolutely beautiful
that's right.
with denim.
And we've got some linens as well later on, which also I think would work well. So
perfect.
you know, you've got it covered today, I think, Vicky. Well done.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've got
it
we put them on
covered.
pre-order because they're not due to come up till 10 o'clock. So we've put the other linens on
look
pre-order.
out for that.
Have a look
But
at those.
I think especially if you're a beginner, denim is a really good starter fabric to use.
Okay.
It doesn't
Any
fray
tips?
too much. You know, it irons really well. No, just use a good strong needle, maybe 80, 90, and although these fabrics have been pre-washed, when you work with them, you do get a slight little bit of indigo coming off on your fingers. Don't worry about that. That's entirely normal. But I often do pre-wash my fabric before I sew. But these are washed denims, but I would give them a quick wash before you sew, and then that's fine. And then you don't get that slight bleeding that's typical of indigo.
Okay, so when you get your pattern, what's inside there? What is it
so
that we
inside
get?
the pattern, you get your 2 pattern sheets of 2 sturdy papers. So it's really, they're really like very large sizes. I've got 2 A0 size paper. And the good thing about this paper is that it's very sturdy. So you can iron it, iron your creases out, obviously take the steam off your iron, and just give them a press. And you can, you know, I always advise people to keep it as your master because
Trace it out.
It's a good idea to make maybe one in sort of slightly cheaper fabric first, or if you just want to go for it, go for it. But you know, sometimes your pattern might need a little bit of adjusting, just like any pattern. But it's very loose fitting, so it's very forgiving. You know, particularly around the hips and the bust. You know, there's a bit of ease in there.
Nice.
So there's all the finished garment measurements on the pattern, which are repeated inside as well. So
I think it's always worth measuring yourself, isn't it? Because even if you, I find that I can go into one shop and be one size, and then I can be 2 sizes different in another shop. And I think across dressmaking patterns, it's good to get into the habit of measuring yourself, isn't it?
I would say these come up to sort of Marks and Spencer's sizes.
Okay.
So you know, I mean, you know, I don't like anyone to have any nasty surprises. You know, so I think, and although this has got a 1 centimetre seam allowance, it is very sort of loose fitting. So you know, but if you fancy doing a 1.5 centimetre seam allowance, if that's what you're used to, it's really easy just to add on a 0.5 centimetre on the outside edge of all the edges that you're going to sew. Not the fold line, but all the other edges. And you know, that all just cut very generously, and then you can sort of sew to your 1.5 centimetre if you want to.
And there's options of having it shorter sleeve, like you've got here, longer sleeve.
Oh yes.
Shortening and lengthening
here's one I made in denim. And I don't know if you can see it on the camera there, but I've sort of gone a bit mad with the top stitching on this one.
Stitching,
so I've sort of I've sort of left the sleeves off as well, and I've made it into a shorter top. And I can imagine doing your gardening in this, actually, couldn't you? Because it's you know, it's got these lovely pockets which are inset into the seam.
Lovely.
So the pattern itself, what it comes with is the upper section, which is cut in 2 pieces and stitched together, then top stitched, and then the skirt section, which is cut on the fold.
Okay.
Although the back skirt section is cut in 2 pieces as well. So there's lots of sewing bits together to make the one whole. So it's quite good fun. I quite like making this.
What we're going to show today then? Where are we
and the other
start?
thing I just want to mention is this Rulo at the back. Now, if you don't fancy doing the Rulo, you can get it over your head absolutely fine. And I probably didn't need to put this on, but I just really love Rulos and little buttons and details and things. So I've just really loved. So I added that on because.
But there's no other fastenings, there's no other zips, you don't need to worry about that.
There's no zips, no, but I just really love a little black fastening. I just think that's such a lovely detail. And if you want, you know, get a little covered, we've got some really nice little covered self-cover buttons. And then you can just use your fabric that you're working with to sew them up. So there you go.
Amazing.
Right, so shall I show you what I'm going to do today is focus on two sections. So I'm going to focus on the pockets first of all and the neckline.
Lovely.
Because when you look at the sleeve, I haven't got one here, but it's literally not a set-in sleeve. It's literally
brilliant.
stitched
It's on the flat.
on. It's on the flat.
Fab.
So absolutely simple way of constructing that. So let's just go to the. So I've sewn up my back already. And so you've got, as I said, you've got the two upper back pieces and the lower skirt section. And I've stitched that together and I leave the top bit open. So I stop there to leave that section open. And then the bottom skirt, I've stitched that together and then I stitch that to the top. So that's fairly straightforward. So I'm just going to pop that to one side for now. And then the front comes in two parts as well. So I'm going to now pin this. I've already pinned it together at the centre front seam. So I'm just going to carry on doing that.
You finished your seams with an overlocker by the looks of things. Do you need to do that?
No, I mean, if you've got a zigzag function on your machine, that's really. I often use that just for speed if my overlocker hasn't got the right colour.
Would I need to do it with denim?
Denim doesn't fray too bad, so I think you'll be all right. But I think sometimes it's quite nice to just finish your edges off, doesn't it, with a little bit of zigzag, just to kind of tidy them up a bit. So I've pinned it together. Let's just pop that out of the way, and then I'm going to sew down this centre front seam, and then that's going to join. I'm using a blue thread, so you'll see what I'm doing. Now I better get my other glasses on.
You got your walking foot on here.
You don't need a walking foot for this particularly, but I've got the walking foot on for my Ursula because I'm sewing with quite thick wool later on. So,
right.
But actually, I do tend to have a walking foot on pretty much all the time. Yeah. I quite like it. Sort of like you feel a bit more like you can tackle pretty much anything, can't you, with a walking foot? And can I just say a quick hello to my mum and dad?
Oh,
and
absolutely.
also Becky, my sister, who's come over from France to see us all.
Brilliant.
So we're really excited to see them hopefully at the weekend.
Oh, brilliant.
Hello, Becky.
Oh, bonjour.
Bonjour. Yeah, she lives out there, so.
You used to live in France for a bit, didn't you?
I did, yes. I lived in Paris for 6 years and worked in the fashion business.
That's just,
pretty
honestly,
grueling, I tell you. It
you
really
can make
was.
a film about you. How's Madame Maybelline?
She's really well.
Madame Maybelline is Fiona's cat.
Yes. I should have sent a picture in, shouldn't I?
Oh.
Right, so now, can you see there where I've seamed it? Sometimes it
We'll
puckers.
zoom in. We'll come in closer so we can see.
Sometimes you get it's quite normal. You get a little bit of puckering. So before I iron it open, I'll just iron it flat on one side. This is quite a good little tip to just iron it flat first together and then open up your seam, and that just reduces down any puckering that you might get. I hope my iron is in the right position here. I'm sort of more used to having a steam iron here, so.
There's a steam on button if you want to press that button down.
Oh, how sweet.
Well, there's probably no water in there, but.
No, I don't think there is. Never mind. There we go. Oh, yes, there is. That's a really cool little gadget, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So now let's just give that a little bit of an iron on this side too. Now I probably would sew my front and back before I top stitch it, because obviously you want to sort of do as much as you can in one go if you are using a contrast thread. So now I'm not going to do it on this Joe, but you would edge stitch the around the neckline here.
Right, what does that mean?
Just to stop that from fraying.
Okay,
not fraying, from stretching.
Right, so with a zigzag or straight?
No, so you'll just do a straight stitch within the seam allowance all the way around. I've forgotten the word for it now, but stay stitch.
Stay stitch.
Sorry, stay stitch.
Okay. Hi Hazel, good morning.
Right, those are the sleeves. Let's pop those over there.
She said, could you do the Edith fabric with jersey fabric?
I think that you would probably find that your seams would have a lot of movement. So, do you know what? I can't actually. Why not? I think it would probably be quite good in some sort of sweatshirt fabric, or like a loop back, something like that.
Have a go.
I think it would be fine, but I think just an ordinary jersey, I think you would find that maybe a little bit too stretchy.
Like a sweater though, like a knitted, would look really nice. So
That's
quite a
right.
slouchy hoodie
Yes.
fabric. Just looking, we had the pink glittery one, that would look nice, didn't it? And the silver one. Do you remember which one I mean? Oh, and Lara says, I love Fiona's work. She's so talented.
Oh, that's very sweet. Thank you.
Hi, Casey. Morning, ladies. Oh, I've been looking forward to this hour. Snuggled up with a cuppa, biscuits, bacon butty en route. Oh,
Wow.
keep up the great work all. Oh, thank you ever so much. That sounds a good morning. Kat's already had a bacon butty. Or did you have sausage butty this morning? Sausage.
Do you know, I wake up to the notification that the Sewing Street's gone live.
Yeah.
So first thing I switch on and I kind of check in, and I can imagine everyone sitting there in bed with their
That's
cups
it.
of
It's really
teas.
handy having it on Facebook, isn't it,
Yeah.
now? I don't even need to go to the living room to watch.
So can you see what I've done? I've literally sewn, I've pinned my pockets going upwards.
Is there a placement mark?
There is.
on
There's
the...
a marker on the pattern,
Yeah.
where you mark your pocket positions, and then you just place them either side of the centre front seam, facing upwards. And then with the lower section, the skirt section, which is cut in one piece, and I don't know if you notice, but I also, you know, I quite like to put stickers on my things, just so that I can I know which is which.
Good idea.
Yes.
Good idea, especially if you're working with directional print. Because could I change the skirt and have a bit of a contrasting bottom?
Yes,
Do you know what I mean?
that would be lovely. Yes, definitely. The one thing I would avoid with this is big prints.
Okay.
Because you've got all the seams, you'll be carving up your pattern, and I think it's not going to do it any justice. But somebody did write to me once and said, could I remove the centre front seam and just cut it on the fold? And I said, well, that's absolutely fine, but just take off your 1 centimetre seam allowance. So just draw another line and then, or move it over to the fold so there's 1 centimetre less, and absolutely fine. So that it's all one piece here.
Yeah.
So there's lots of little hacks that you can do.
Hi, Helen on YouTube. Hello, Helen. She said, morning, ladies. Love Fiona's patterns. She said, I'd make loads of them. She says, I have made loads of them. She says, I've made loads of them in different fabrics, and they all look completely different depending on what fabric you use.
What, Edith?
Yeah. She says she's a beginner. She says the patterns are really clear, really thorough, and really easy to follow, which is very handy as a beginner, isn't it? Thank you ever so much for your message.
Shall I just sort of show inside the pattern here? Because I can just open it up and just sort of show you the diagrams.
Can you just bring it to your right slightly?
Like that?
Your right. Thank you.
There we go. So they're sort of quite clear to follow, aren't they?
Oh, so really nice big
Yeah,
diagrams
really,
as well.
Yes, and a nice big A4 sort of size
I was
booklet.
talking to, who was it, Adele, she was saying to me, dressmaker, guest designer that we have on, and she says, I much prefer to have diagrams to photographs actually. And I was like, oh really? And she says, sometimes when you're looking at a photograph, you can be distracted by the patterns or by the print of the fabric, whereas with a diagram you can see exactly what you're supposed to be doing.
Yes, that's right, yes. It's a lot more work to do the diagrams, but I think it is better, and I would prefer it myself if I was doing a pattern. So I do try and do that whenever I can, but not all my patterns have that. Sometimes I think my photographs that I've done are so clear that they're fine. Yeah. But I have to say that I have got a blog post for this.
Oh, brilliant.
And it's photographs. So I've got the illustrations for the pattern, but if you fancy seeing the step-by-steps and just checking it out every single stage to make sure that you be comfortable with it, you can see it on the blog, which is sewgirlblog.com. And yes, and it's a really good way of seeing what you're getting really before you do it.
So you just stitching the bottom of
So what I'm doing is stitching across the top edge of the skirt and the lower edge of the upper section or the bodice, and I mean, I could have gone straight across there, but I'm...
Quarter of the stock of the pattern is gone. Wonder if you've got yours already. Don't forget, everybody who purchases one of Fiona's patterns today, you also get this, which is lovely panel. That's really nice. Sorry, I don't say you're in with a chance of getting it. We're going to give away 2 of these panels at random with the patterns today. And these are lovely, aren't they? They're really nice. I know that you can buy these. They're on your website, aren't they? But we haven't got them for sale because I know Fiona's got some, but they're really limited.
Now. I've only got about 15 left. So
well, thank you for giving us 2 of them.
Yeah, I mean, there's something that I sort of do. I have done every year for the last few years, and just done them in a very small way. We started off printing them ourselves. My husband printed them, and these ones have been, professionally printed on a panel. They even come with the little labels that you can personalise them as well.
That. They come with the little made with love and the happy Christmas. They're lovely.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. So if you want to be with a chance of winning this, you just need to purchase one of Fiona's patterns today, either the Edith or the Ursula today. Who are these named after? Are they named after anybody in particular? Who's Edith?
Oh, yes. Well, my dad will like this. But Edith is named after, well, it's my great-grandmother, but actually my granny also, her middle name was Edith. Well, her name is Edith, but we always knew her as Peggy. And Peggy is another of my patterns.
Oh,
but
amazing.
yeah, so I named it after, well, actually, I didn't name it after her because I didn't know that was what she was called. And then it was only later that someone said, well, you do realise that that's your grandmother's name and your great-grandmother's name and your grandmother's middle name. Oh. And I didn't realise, so I just liked the name. So.
And Ursula as well.
Oh, well, Ursula's Ursula Andress, isn't it? I think I want to be her. Well, in the Bond film.
Brilliant, brilliant.
I don't know. They just, you know what? They just stick, these names. Sometimes something pops up in my head and then it just never goes away really. So I just think, well, I'll just stick with that one.
We had a message come in from Karen. Hi, Karen. She said, morning, ladies. She says, what is the actual size of a size 20 and how much fabric will it require for this? So we've put together the 2.5 metre bundles, which is enough for the size 20. Now, have a look on the web, the finished garment size, you can see a 20. The finished length in centimetres is, in inches, sorry, is 39 inches. The finished bust is 49.5 and the finished hips is 53. The centimetres are on there as well. Have a look on the website if you want to have a look at that. There's a picture of this chart that I'm looking at now on the web. Thanks for your message, Karen.
So it's a bit like a teeth.
Yeah.
So that's your top bit, and that's your skirt bit there. And we're going to put one on top of the other now. So it's like a sort of castle,
so you take your
isn't it?
pockets.
So we're ironing them away from the body.
Okay.
And then we're going to put one on top of the other with the right sides together. And just make sure everything lines up. Da-de-da. And there we have it. So
you do like to put a pocket in your patterns, don't you?
I think pockets are really great. I mean, they're sort of good for glasses, all the rubbish, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm constantly sort of finding things in garments. Oh, that's where it went.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I love it. I always find like a fiver or some money in there and I'm like, oh, yes, I love it.
Oh, yes, that's nice, isn't it? That's a good day. So, yeah, I think it just makes it a more practical wear, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's nice to just sort of like make them a bit hidden as well, so you don't really see them. Let's just move that one down there.
Oh, fab, Karen. I'm pleased you managed to get it. She says, I'm placing my order now. She says, thank you very much. Don't forget, if you're buying the pattern, then you are automatically entered into the prize draw. So watch tomorrow, and you'll find out if you're one of the winners of the bunting.
So there we are. We've pinned that together. Now your centre front seam should match up to the fold. You'll still have probably a faint fold line. So just make sure that that's lined up. But if your pockets are lined up and your side edges are lined up, it should naturally fall that way. I think I just need to move that down a bit. There we go. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sew down here, across the pocket, across.
We just push
down,
it up forward
and up.
slightly. Sorry,
So
that's it.
Across, down, and across like that. So here we go. So talk amongst yourselves, everybody. Little back stitch on the other side.
This is a lighter weight fabric, isn't it? We were talking about this in prep.
It
This is going to
is,
be
yes.
lighter weight for summer. It would be nice.
Yes, I mean it would be lovely in summer or spring. But the weight of the denim, I would say, is quite good for this project. It's sort of, you know, it's a little bit more structured, you know, so, but it's, sometimes denim's a little bit hot in the summer, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. There she is. I always love your videos. It just looks so comfortable as well. It's just, you know, like you say in your video, everyday women and everyday clothes that you can wear comfortably, but also look really smart, like you say. Some of the most expensive, like you say, this the brand Toast, if you've seen any of their garments, they are quite utility looking clothes. A fortune.
That's right. Yeah, hundreds for a dress, and you know, I sort of look at them and think, that's, you know, I'd love to have something like that, but I'm not probably.
No. Well, this is why, you know, so many people get into sewing. When you actually go and look at those garments, you think, do you know what, I could do that myself.
That's right. That's right. I get inspired when I see things like that to make patterns, you know, that give you that similar look, you know.
Have you got any more designs in the pipeline?
Yes, we've got, I don't know whether to say too much because I'll pin myself down and people will go, when are your sentences ready? But we've got next, in the new year, we're hoping to bring the dungarees out.
Oh,
and
yes.
Also, very loose fitting linen dungarees.
Lovely.
And also a lovely skirt. So I don't do many skirts, but I wear it, I've made a skirt for myself and I've tweaked it up so much over the years. And I just thought, I've got to do this as a pattern because I wear it so much that I think other people will. So
absolutely.
So that's the next one.
That's a good test, isn't it? To see if you wear it all the time. Then absolutely. Get it done.
I have to say, I really love making kits as well, and I've sort of done a few kits for Christmas because I just love packing things and doing all the presentation and making it look like a gift, you know. I just really love doing that. So for me, that's just a little bit of a break from, you know, because patterns making, it's sort of a lot of work. It's doing a lot on the computer, you know, and so, you know, for me, it's just like a little bit more fun, you know. So, but I just love making clothing patterns. Yeah. You know, I'm always on to the next one. So, yes, hopefully next year there'll be a lot more. It's just knowing where to stop, really.
Oh, I know. It's endless, isn't it? Had a message come in from Christina. Hi Christina, she says, morning lovely ladies. Love this pattern. What length is the tunic? She said, cut below the pockets. I live in tunic, so relaxing, in bed with a coffee and what, sorry? Oh, what? What? Oh no, with sciatica. That is the worst pain ever, isn't it? I've had sciatica once before and it was horrible. Ooh. In fact, John Scott, he gave me some good tips on sciatica. I think it's when you lift you need to have like your legs raised or, I can't remember. There's certain things about what you're eating as well, cutting out different things. Horrible, I hope you feel better. If you're looking for the Adjustoforms, by the way, on the website, the Adjustoforms, if you go onto the website, You need to click on early bird deals. I don't know why it's changed to early bird deals. They're not early bird deals. They are the Adjustoforms. They're on pre-order. If you scroll all the way down, right to the bottom, then you will be able to see the Adjustoforms there, and they're available on split pay as well. But we are so limited on stock on those now. I think today's the last day really of getting them. Oh, do you know what? One's already sold out today. Okay, be aware, they're really limited now. What are you snipping there, sorry, Fiona?
I'm just snipping the corners, just to give them a little bit more of ease, so that they'll kind of...
Right, I get it, sorry. I was just listening to Kat there, she said about that message. So you want to know the length just to below the pocket. What's the length of the tunic? Could we
To where? It depends on the size though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it does.
So just below the pocket. Well, this one here, I don't remember what size it is. Hang on, let's have a look. 12. And this one, so just below the pocket? What, down here, you mean?
Where
or
the
here?
pocket bag, maybe. Let's go to there.
So it's about 20 inches to the pocket bag. It's sort of just on the hip, really.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see on me.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
really, they're useful pockets. They're not
Yes.
too low, and they're not
No,
here.
that's
So they're
right.
just on the hip. Hope that helps. Sorry, you were snipping in on the corners of the pockets.
Yes, just
Yeah?
to kind of like ease it through. Now I've got a nice little bit of puckering on this side. So I'm going to put my finger on that. See, this is what you get for TV sewing. It's not your best sewing. And then we'll press that out. So you can see that the pocket is now set into that seam. So please ignore the little bit of puckering that I've done, which is...
It's all right. We will see it in a moment.
Sort of turning this a bit of a funny colour. You see, you have to watch out for that just to... And there you see.
Oh, nice.
And that is because I didn't stitch it properly there and it's gone a bit puckered. So all I can do...
Could I just unpick that little bit?
Yeah, you just nick that and just resew it. There you are. It's
eased
gone
out.
now, yeah. So I'm going to leave it there and not fuss about it too much at this stage. Right. And now we'll join the front and the back together. And we'll join them at the sides, at the shoulder seams.
Oh, Punham, thanks for your message. She says, love this pattern. It's so versatile. It's one that can be dressed up or down. Absolutely. She said, love the show. I agree. It is one that's, like I say, it's really comfy, but it's one you look very smart in. It looks very designer indeed.
It's got a really nice wide neckline. I think that's really flattering.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like it's not too constricting. It's a nice scoop, deep scoop neck. Now, so I'm just sewing it together at the shoulder seam.
Hello, Annette. She says, I'm not a dressmaker, although I do like your designs, Fiona, but I have ordered, she says I've ordered the Noel bunting panel. We're not selling it available today, but I know it is on Fiona's website. We're giving 2 of them away. So if you've bought any of Fiona's patterns today, anybody who buys the Edith or the Ursula later on, you're automatically entered into the prize draw to win the Noel bunting. It's really lovely. Half the stock of the Edith has now sold out, just so you're aware. Well done. Excited to see all your makes.
So there we are. I've joined the seam at the shoulders. I've joined the shoulder seams.
Would you have to lie it flat and we'll see?
So
Sorry,
it's
Paul's
like
just struggling to show everybody.
like that.
So you've joined the shoulder seams.
So the
together.
shoulder
Thank
seams
you.
join that, and then I press the seam towards the back.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to quickly do the other side, and then we'll see if we can get that neck facing on.
We've got about 7 minutes. It's
7 minutes, okay.
It's quite a quick pattern to put together. Actually, this would only probably take you the afternoon, won't it?
Yes, I mean, I think I'd take a little bit longer if
With
I was
the
doing the
top
top
stitching.
stitching. Sometimes I go super slowly, especially if it's in a contrast thread. Slow your speed right down.
Oh, I think on the website we've got some beautiful top stitching thread, some of the 70 weight, you know, like the gold ones that you have with the denim, they'd look amazing. If you love top stitching, they're definitely worth having a look at.
I mean, I've just used the same type of thread. I don't always use a top stitch thread. Or you just
a 50 weight normal.
Yeah, that's just a normal one, I think, because just being contrast colour is enough to, you know. But if you want to go really exaggerated and get that real jeansy look, I'd definitely use a top stitch thread. Right, this is not my best sewing ever.
It's tele sewing, we wouldn't know.
It's tele sewing, isn't it? Right, there we go. So you've got your neck facing to put on now, and you can see here, I get it right in the right
so do you need to interface that, Fiona?
So it's interfaced on the back.
You've got a darker interfacing, but we have got the medium weight. Is that all right?
Absolutely fine. You're not going to see it, white or black. I mean, I've just got both, and I wanted to save my white, so I've used the darker tone. I mean, you know, if you've got the darker one, I would try and match it with the fabric, but it's not going to really affect your...
Is that the only part that's interfaced, or did you interface the pockets?
Yes, no, you don't interface the pockets. No, it's just around the neckline.
So metre's absolutely fine. You'll have loads.
Now, you can see that I've interfaced it. I finished around the outer edge. Now, if you're using a zigzag, you might prefer to just turn under and stitch it down, and that just makes it a little bit neater.
Right, okay.
But, you know, otherwise just zigzag it or overlock it, and you're joining it together at the sides, and so it looks like that. And then you want to get your little rouleau done. So here's one I made earlier.
Like you say, it's a lovely finishing touch, isn't it? But I think they can be quite fiddly to do.
Well, I really like doing them.
Okay, so if you've got you've got a little turning tool with a clip on the end, haven't you, which will make it handy.
Say that again?
You've got a little turning tool with a clip on the end, haven't you?
I've got a little loop turner,
yeah,
but we have got these little
prim ones.
The little one, yes. With that one, you would have to just stitch across the one end and then push it through.
Yeah.
And that's just as easy. But I tend to not use those. I don't have them, so I use these. But if you haven't got either of those, what you could use is a needle with a very blunt end.
Right.
Tie your thread end onto your blunt-ended needle and then feed it through and pull it through. So, you know, you don't always have to have those tools.
So you don't need to struggle with the fiddly part of it.
No. So I've stitched a 1 centimetre seam, and that leaves you about half a centimetre. So I could have just trimmed that a little bit neater. But you're trimming your seam allowance down so that you've got the minimum seam allowance. And, you know, I mean, you don't want your rouleau to be too thick, but you don't want it to be too thin either to be able to turn it inside out. So, so that's it. So I've hooked it onto my thread there, and then I'm pulling it through. And the other thing I'd quite like to do is to just give it a little point on that end, and that just makes it a little bit easier. It hasn't turned yet. Oh, I'm getting there. And then you just ease it through until you've turned it inside out.
That is really handy. And then if you do want to do the covered buttons, we've got the self-covering ones. So depending on what fabric you're using, like if you're using this lovely chartreuse or your denim, the self-cover buttons are brilliant, and you don't need any sort of specific tools to be able to cover them. And these are nice sizes actually to go with the dress. Like you say, you don't want one that's too big or you don't want too small.
No.
So that's very handy. So you get 6 of those and you can cover them yourself. Just £2.49.
Now, if you don't want to do that, you could always do like a little chain stitch, but like almost like a buttonhole stitch thread with embroidery thread. You could do one of those. Now, so I'm going to attach my facing on now. So we
literally got a couple of minutes.
We line it up, the facing at the shoulder seam. So just do that first of all, so that your seam lines are matched up. I don't know whether I'm in camera there, am I?
Yeah, sorry, you are.
Yes.
It's all right, we can show from the front. Can you hear him through the wall? You can't hear Paul. Well done, everybody who's got the pattern. Look, right on the bottom of the screen, all the names. We started off with loads of these patterns, by the way. Way over half the stock has now got it, and we've got over 30 of you that have got it in your basket. So please be aware, if you've got it in your basket, you need to check out now because we're nearing up. If everybody checks out, we're nearing off on selling out of this one. So if you have got it in your basket, don't wait to the end of the demo. Remember, you can check out as much as you want, and you'll still only pay 1p&p.
So that's the back, and then the front you match up. Now if you folded your facing in half, you should have like a slight little pleat line which denotes the centre. So I could have done it beforehand, but then there you are. So just give it a little pinch. There's your centre point, and then you match that up to the seam line at the centre of the front body. And then if you pin your pins going perpendicular, and that just fits in really nicely all the way around, like so. And then you just sew around the neck edge with your 1 centimetre, which is, I think when you do 1 centimetre, it's really easy when you're doing curves because you literally bank up the side of the foot to the edge of the fabric.
Right, okay.
So it's much, you've got some guideline, you've got something to guide you there. But if not, you could always draw your line round.
And like you say, it's quite a wide collar, so it's quite a subtle scoop, isn't it?
Yes,
it's not like you're
that's
going around a
right.
real small circle.
That's right. So I'm going to sew all the way round here. I'm not going to sew down here because that's when I fit my Rulo. Now I probably would have needed a little bit more time to do my Rulo, so I'm going to mock it up with this. And you literally, after you've stitched it round, so if I put my pin like that, you lift it up and you put your Rulo so that the little ends stick out that way.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And then you fold it back and then you stitch down your short side.
I'm with you.
And then you nick your corner and then you trim any excess. You know, the Rulo is bigger than you need it, but that's deliberate because your button might be bigger or smaller. So you can adjust it to fit. So make sure, you know, you just pop it round, just make sure it fits through your button. You want it to sort of squeeze through quite snugly. You don't want it to go through too loosely. And then when you're happy with your Rulo position, you just stitch down the side in line with the edge, the seam line there, that's the fold. Turn it inside out, give it a press. These are quite good.
Oh,
Tailor's hams for pressing necklines are very, very good. So press your seam of your, before you, after you've stitched it, you nick the seam allowance. I'm all tongue-tied today.
Sorry, it's because we're like,
So
what the heck?
So nick your seam allowance around your neckline and then turn it inside out, and then that all sits flatly like this. And then what I do is pin it and then I re-stitch it afterwards. And this time you know you can stitch it on the reverse side. And it will you'll see the line of your, you know, I always think that's a nice feature when you can actually see the line of the facing and you've stitched it down so it's not sort of floating around.
Yeah, it's like
so that's
gorgeous.
really nice.
And like you say, you can do as much top stitching or as little. You've got 2 lines on the
yes, I've done 2
down
lines.
the
That's without the sleeve.
That's really nice.
And then with the sleeve, you just literally, you can see that the sleeve is just a straight edge there, and you just literally pop it on.
Brilliant. It's all in the instructions anyway, isn't it? It's
It
all in
is,
the instructions.
yes.
Thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
We always love your demos. Everyone's loving the pattern. We'll see you in the
so
next
lovely
hour.
to see you again,
Oh,
Vicky.
we'll see you in the next hour.
Yeah, see
Not
you
going
then.
anywhere, are you? We've got the Ursula Coatigan, which is a really lovely like duster style coat, isn't it? Jacket. Yes. Great for this time of year. Perfect, in fact. So stay tuned for that. Thank you, Fiona. Okay, so let's start with the pattern. The pattern is your Edith tunic. Your size range is great as well. You've got right from size 8 to size 20, and it's a lovely loose fitting garment. So it is very, very flattering indeed. We did show you the option there with the roller loop. Fiona said if you don't want to do that, you don't need to. It's got a really lovely wide scoop neck that you can just put it over your head. I had so many messages come through of people who have made this in the past. It is the first time that we've had it on Sewing Street, but lots of people love how versatile it is and how different it looks in different fabrics. Try it in corduroy. We said about maybe even a jersey, we don't know, but Have a go. We'd love to see your take on it. So send in photographs if you've made any of Fiona's patterns. Claire sent in a photo earlier, and it's always lovely to show Fiona. Just so you know, on the reverse of the pattern is what you'll see as the second image on the website, which gives you the size information, the finished garment measurement, so that's like when you've got your ease, and then also your fabric requirements. We've put some bundles together for the largest size, because the fabric's 60 inches, you need 2.3 metres. So we've put together the wine bundle that Fiona was working with, which is a linen look. It's a cotton. It's wide, so you only need 2.3 metres. There's only, how many remaining, sorry? 3 remaining. There's 8 of you that have got this in your basket. Do check out now if you want this colourway. You can buy about a ½ metre, but the bundles of 2.5 metres, which is enough for the largest size, you'll have a bit left over, is $16.99. It's great value for money and such a beautiful dress that you're going to be able to make. We also have it in the brand new chartreuse. It's a bright chartreuse. It is a bright chartreuse. This is lovely. Remember, everybody who's purchasing the Edith pattern today is automatically entered to be able to get the Noel bunting. I did say to Fiona, are you going to do other people's names as well as Noel's? She did like it, actually. She did laugh. She says that... She says she's got a friend called Noel, so she says I'm going to send him one. And she also said that we should send one to the guy from the rotary, the fussy cutting, crafty tool. We should, no, but she said that there was a lady who made loads of them and put them up around. She was a school teacher, put them around school, and someone came in and said, "Who's Noel? Who's Noel?" Brilliant, isn't it? So anyway, you're entered for that. We also have the 2 denim bundles, the darker one first. Oh, we have too much fun here, don't we? Too much fun. I'm exhausted by the end of the show with all the laughs that we have. Oh no, I'm ready and raring to go. Adjustoforms next. They will all sell out today is my prediction. Tomorrow when I come on air, I'll say, they're all gone. They're all gone. If you want them, make the most of it. Okay, $23.99. This is 2.5 metres of your dark denim blue. Oh, would you be stocking some nice baby cord fabric for winter makes, Lynn? We had a beautiful baby cord in the other day with John Scott. I saw it. It was absolutely gorgeous. And it sold out. That's the problem, is they come in and they disappear. Cords sew in at the moment, isn't it? It's really on trend, and it's lovely to sew with. So we'll speak to the buying team. They're in today. We'll get them to get some more baby cord in. Light blue. I say light blue, it's a quite medium blue, isn't it? It's a lighter of the two. See where you're going. It's like your classic jeans blue. This is lovely. £23, 99 pence, 2.5 metres, which is enough to do the largest size. Come in and say hello to us on Facebook if you watch on Facebook. I've had lots of lovely messages come through on the web as well, which we'll say hello in a second. Hi. Oh, thank you. I'll give you a twirl. It's a new outfit, actually. So, it's got quite a large cuff. I want to make something like this because it's nice, isn't it, with the bow? I think this would be nice with the collar. I haven't made it myself. It was from Zara. Thank you very much. She says, absolutely love your outfit this morning. Got the early bird, and the kids made me bagels before we went to school. Lovely morning. Oh, I love a bagel. We often have bagels in the morning, don't we, Kat? I always steal Kat's bagels. I did bring her some back, but yeah, I often steal her bagels. Loving the show today, ladies. Picking up some great tips. It's great, isn't it, to be able to, expand all your skills. Hubby has promised to cook toad in the hole for lunch too. Everyone's talking about food today. It's that time of year, isn't it, when you just want winter warmer, toad in the hole, a good pie. I had a lovely pie the other day, a leek, chicken and bacon pie. Oh, a proper pie. It was delicious. Anyway, I think we should go to a break on that note and have something to eat. Get yourself a cup of tea and some bickies and a bit of toad in the hole, not at 10 a.m. But yeah, grab yourself some food. Don't go anywhere because we're going to be talking all things Adjustoforms. And we've got more fabrics, we've got more sewing tools, we've got all sorts, as I don't think the Adjustoforms is going to last the hour. One of them's already sold out. So if you do want to grab those, get them on pre-order. We'll see you in just a few minutes.
Hi, I'm Debbie Shaw, and as a professional sewer, I really know how important it is to use a high quality thread. Well, you think about it. You spend a lot of money on your sewing machine, you'll spend a lot of money on fabric, and you'll spend a lot of time sewing. So why let your thread let you down? I know a lot of our designers and customers prefer to use Aurifil thread. Now this is a family business. It was established in 1983 and they're based just outside Milan in Italy. They produce superior quality threads for domestic and professional sewers alike, and they've achieved worldwide success with quilters, sewers, embroiderers and textile artists who all appreciate the versatility and the strength of these threads. It's all made from Egyptian cotton, which is grown just at the side of the River Nile, and Aurifil only use the long staple threads, which gives their thread that strength. Each one of these threads goes through 15 steps before it even gets onto a spool and then comes to you to use in your sewing projects. Now at Sewing Street, we've collaborated with Aurifil and we've brought you two collections of threads. So we have the Quilters collection, and these are exclusive to Sewing Street. We've done a lot of research with quilters, and these are the colours that you prefer to use. So we put a whole collection together for you. The second collection is the Essential collection. So this is for the homemakers, for the bag makers, for the craft sewers, for the dressmakers, and again these have been proven to be the most popular colours that you're going to use. So if you want your projects to last longer and your seams to be stronger, invest in some quality thread.
Hi, I'm Becky Alexander Frost, and Sewing Street have asked me to join their team as one of their guest designers. I own a sewing pattern design company. My pattern design company is RJAF Makes. RJAF Makes is my initials, even though it's Rebecca Jane Alexander Frost. I prefer being known as Becky, and you guys get to call me Becky. I've been sewing just over 28 years thanks to my mother who taught me, and I'm now bringing patterns to Sewing Street. So I look forward to seeing you guys.
To see me back. My favourite piece of kit with the sewing is the seam ripper. Hello, I'm Janice from Birmingham. I specialise in dressmaking. I used to run a children's shop and I love making children's clothes. My mother encouraged me to sew from an early age. When we were young, we did dressmaking in the school. My claim to fame was the sewing quarter. But I'm now making also jumpsuits for ladies and men of all shapes and sizes, and it seems to be going for the festivals around the country. See you on the show!
Hi, I'm Debbie Shaw from Sewing Street, and these are my 5 top tips for successful sewing. So number 1, always use a good quality thread. A good quality thread will keep your seams stronger and also help to prevent lint building up inside your sewing machine. Tip number 2, if your project isn't going quite according to plan, put it down, walk away from it, come back again the next day and you'll probably find that things don't seem half as bad as they did. My tip number 3, never throw away your sewing machine manual, always keep it to hand because you're going to find hints and tips, techniques and troubleshooting in that manual. You'll miss it if you lose it. My tip number 4 is to read your pattern instructions before you even cut out your fabric. Different manufacturers of patterns will give you different instructions, different ways of constructing your garments and different seam allowances. So to have a successful garment, you need to follow the instructions precisely. And then tip number 5 is don't give up. Every professional sewer sewed their first seam. Every professional quilter quilted their first quilt. Every professional quilter sewed their first line of wonky stitches and had to get out the quick and pick. That's no different to you. So I hope you find these useful. If you want more hints and tips, then why not go to Sewing Street on channel 74 on Freeview, on Sky 670, and of course we have a YouTube channel where you can catch up on previous demonstrations. We'll see you soon.
Welcome back, welcome back. Hope everybody's having a lovely morning. Thank you for joining in today. There's lots of, lots of people messaging in, and it's so lovely to have your company. One thing that's been absolutely manic since we launched Split Pay has been Adjustoform. So I know that we've seen them quite frequently over the last couple of weeks, but it's just such a great time to be able to invest in them whilst we're offering Split Pay, and since we've launched Split Pay. Now, the reason that we wanted to bring them on today is because I've got a feeling that for a lot of these, it is going to be the last chance to get them until we get the next sort of batch in from Adjustoform, which will be hopefully soon, fingers crossed. But with the way that the world is at the moment, everything that's going on, things are just taking a little bit longer to come back into stock. So, for example, with sewing machines, we've been told that we could be waiting months for certain machines. So I would hate for you to miss out on Adjustoforms if you were thinking about taking that plunge. Today is the day to do it. For anybody who is thinking, right, so do I need one? Am I at the point of needing one? Why is it that you might want an Adjustoform? Have a look at this. So, reasons for wanting an Adjustoform. Who needs a sewing form? Now, maybe if you're involved in dressmaking or alterations to garments, you will need a sewing form. It will really help you with your garments. So, understanding special requirements of sewers has helped the Adjustoform group to produce a range of products to design and suit beginners and experienced dressmakers alike. So this isn't just for somebody who's got a business in alterations or anything. This is for everybody. So a dress form will make the garment making alterations easier, more satisfying and more rewarding than you'd ever thought possible. The only way of being sure to achieve a real professional look to the garments, whether you're making clothes for yourself or for somebody else. Now, I heard John talking about this. Will it make your sewing easier? He was like, no, it won't make your sewing easier, but it will make everything about making, your garments a lot easier, I find. So, a dress form, and going into that a bit more, it means a dress form, especially one personalised to your body measurements, helps you to check garment fit, including placements of darts, neckline and buttonholes. It allows you to accurately mark the hemline, to see whether a garment's fabric is hanging on the grain, to ensure that the seams hang straight. Apart from those more obvious benefits, dress forms also allow you to fit a paper pattern prior to cutting from the fabric. It also allows you to use and fit the back of a garment. It's virtually impossible to do it on yourself. A dress form provides a canvas to which you pin contrasting or coordinating fabrics, as well as giving you the movement to drape fabric and create your own garments design. A dress form is a must for all garment sewers. So it isn't necessarily going to change your sewing, but it's going to help you to really get that professional finish. So which one are we going to look at today? So we're going to start with the grey one. This is the Adjustoform Super Fit Deluxe. Now the difference between the two, it's got a couple of differences between the grey and the blue. The blue is one that will do trousers as well. It has an option of moving the pole over to the legs, and it's got a neck adjuster. This one is a beautiful, beautiful form. Obviously, you've got all of the little wheels, the centre bust, the side here and on the back. You've got all 12 of these little toggle wheels, which you can adjust to exactly your size. What I love about it as well is if you're making for other people, so I know a lot of people who do adjustments, or Rachel Ilsley, who you saw on Sunday, she makes wedding dresses and adjusts them. Well, this is great if you do want to change between sizes for different people. My recommendation is always go for one of the smaller size. If you're lingering between both sizes, go with the small one, because you can always pad out. You can pad out, you can't take away, if you understand what I mean. You can use wadding and pad out. So we'll go through the different sizes, the size measurements of this one. It's a beautiful, beautiful cover as well, which you can pin into, and you can adjust at all the points. Plus, both of the bottoms, both of the stands are completely adjustable. This one looks a lot taller than the other. It's not. It's just the fact that you can move it up and down. And this one also has got the ability, with a little pump, to mark your hem with the chalk, which is great, isn't it? So it's got the little pump to go around. You have got the marking measurements in centimetres, I believe, centimetres, all going up the top of the stand as well. So the sizes of the first one that we're looking at, which is this one to the side of me, are here. Do we have all three sizes available? We have small, medium and full figure. So you can see there the bust measurements on small is 33 to 41 inches, the centimetres are underneath. In waist it's 24 to 32 inches, hips 34 to 42, back length 15 to 17, and height is up to 72 inches or 182 centimetres. Excuse me. Medium is available as well. It's 39 to 47 inches on the bust, it's 29 to 37 on the waist, it's 40 to 48 on the hips, it's 15 to 17 on the back length, and the maximum height is 72 inches, so same height obviously as well. And then the full figure, 45 to 53 inches on the bust. You've got the waist measurements, which are 38 to 46 inches, 47 to 55 on the hips, 16 to 18 on the back length, and 72 on the height. The graphics at the moment are for your full figure, and there's currently two left in stock. There's two ready to go at Adjustoform. They've got our name on it. They will come directly from Adjustoform. So if you've bought anything else today, it will come separately. So if you bought the early bird, for example, which sold out right at the start of the show, if you bought that, that will come from us, and this will come separately from them. Kat is just running through the graphics. And remember, read where it says small, medium or full figure. And also notice it's £53.33 on split pay. So that's over 3 months. Let me talk you through the split pay because this is brand new to us as well. It's very exciting that we've launched it. So it's completely interest-free. Do not pay any more for the privilege of being able to split those costs down into 3 easy payments. So have a look at this. Items under 150. Oh, so hang on. This one's in 5 payments, sorry. No. Oh, no, I'm right. Yeah, 3 payments. So £149 or over, which is this one. £7.99 or over. This isn't £7.99. I had a bit of a moment then, excuse me. If you want to have it for £7.99, yeah, absolutely you can. You can't. This is £159.99, but over just 3 easy payments, it's £53.33, which is amazing. You pay the post and packaging in the first payment, and then on the same date that you pay for, say today, then on the, what date is it today? The 22nd? The 22nd of next month, and then the 22nd of December, paid off by Christmas. How amazing is that? How amazing. Congratulations if you have managed to get yours today. As I know, we are down to 1 on the full figure in the Super Fit, which is this one, the Super Fit Deluxe. We do have an option as well of if you do lots of trouser adjustments or making trousers or garments, different garments, then the other option is brilliant. I love this one as well. It's got a little pin cushion, which I'd never noticed because it's always a lot taller than me. I'd never noticed that this has got a little pin cushion on the top as well. Oh yeah, we've got some more information for you. So the Superfit Deluxe, which is the one that we're looking at today, it says it's got the 8-part body, which has been used over many years by beginners and expert sewers, enthusiasts. The body is split at the waist to assist fitting for those with longer and shorter waistlines, so you can adjust the waistline, which I don't know if you must be able to with both of them actually, but you can make it longer and shorter. It's got the 12 adjusting wheels. It's available in the range of sizes. It's got, as I say, that useful pin cushion on the neck, the adjustable neck and the pin cushion at the top. A foam-backed nylon covered which allows you to pin. Some mannequins don't allow you to pin into, so it's great that you can put your pattern piece or put any fabric, drape any fabric. They look great as well, don't they, in your workroom or in any room, in fact. It's got that strong tripod stand which folds away easily, so if you don't have a designated place for it, you can always store it away. And that hem marker as well comes with this one. So I know it's an option normally, but today it does come as well with that hem marker, which you can obviously move up and down and mark with your chalk. If you're unsure about sizing, speak to the customer service team, or please contact us on Facebook, on studio@sewingstreet.com email, or of course on the Facebook page or YouTube, however you want to get in touch with us. If you want to see any slides again, or me to go through any of the sizes, let me know, because I think today will be the last day. I know that we sound a bit of a broken record over the last few days talking about Adjustoforms, but it's because we have so many people who have been questioning, asking questions about them. It's brilliant that we can now do it as split pay, only £53.33, and that's 3 payments of £53.33. Whereas, you know, I understand £160 in one go can be, especially this sort of time of year, it's quite a lump sum, isn't it? Whereas £53.33 is brilliant. And the quality of them is fantastic. You've probably heard of Adjustoforms. Really proud to be able to work with them. So we've also got option number 2, which is your leg form. So obviously you can have it in the centre. Oops, I'm just going to shimmy her over here. So you can obviously have it in the centre, which I believe, is it set for now? Yes. You can see that pole is central. There's also another hole to the side of it, which you can very, very quickly and easily jump it over to the other side, so that then we can show you, in fact, actually exactly how that works. Can you see at the bottom, there's another hole there, which you can then slot into. If you imagine you're doing any leg trouser adjustments, then that is going to be ideal for that. Once again, available with 3 split payments of just £53.33. It's the same price. Difference with this one, you have also got a dial at the top which spins round. Which way am I spinning? Oh, she says it does spin round to then open out completely and change the neck adjuster. Once again, like the others, you've got the wheels, which have got sizes in centimetres and in inches. It's got that really, really lovely fabric, which once again you can pin into. And for every reason that we've just explained with the first super fit, it's fantastic to be able to not only adjust garments and clothing, but to also design, to start designing your own clothes and fabrics. And if you're making your own patterns, if you're drafting your own patterns, oh, they're absolutely a must. It's so different to be able to have your fabric on the flat. This is why Fiona suggests having a pressing ham or a sleeve roll when you're going around a curve. It's really important, because obviously we are, you know, curving different places. So to be able to mould it to your exact body shape, pad it out where you want, is brilliant. So have a look at this. This is a bit more about the leg form, I believe. Yeah, this is more about the leg form. So the features of this 8-part form with legs make it easy to use for sewing jackets, skirts, long and short dresses, coats with important additional features of trouser and pant fitting. This will be one of the most versatile sewing forms on the market. So it's got that split waist to enable lengthening, just like the other. It's also got wide supportive shoulders, and notice that it doesn't just stop at the arms. I'll show you in a second, remind me about that. The finite system of body adjusters. It's also got easy dial neck adjuster. I'm going to try and do that again in a second. Shaped hips, bottom and thighs for pants and trouser fitting. Comprehensive calibration tapes. Offset column to ensure the pants hang straight or trousers hang straight. It's got the height adjuster, and it's also got the pin, grip and basting attachment, which is, can you see there at the bottom, it's got the, again, to mark your hems, this time with a different type of chalk. Right, there was something I was just going to show you. No, I was going to talk about, just go back to that slide. What did it say at the, oh yeah, the shoulders. So here, a lot of dress forms that I've seen stop here, but because it's got that extra bit of hang, you're going to be able to get your shoulders really sitting nice and flat and really sort of hanging correctly. Whereas if it didn't have that little dip out, you imagine it would just sit straight. So it's attention to detail like that, which is brilliant. It's because I'm too pushed down. So I push it down. That's too small then. There you go. And you can see that that's opening. So you can adjust the neck as well. It's a little push down dial where you can open and close that neck It's great, isn't it? The Adjustoform leg form, this one, C has sold out completely. I'll go through the other sizes. And as I say, if you are, you know, bordering on any of the other sizes, go with a small one. You can always pad out. This is the sizes of the leg form that we're looking at now. So let's go through sizes A and B. A and B, as C is now sold out. So A, the bust in centimetres is 84 to 104. The waist is 66 to 85. The hips is 91 to 111. The back size is 37 to 42 and the height is 185. B is slightly taller. It's 190 centimetres high. The bust is 99 to 119. The waist is 81 to 101. The hips 104 to 124 centimetres. Back length is 38 to 43 centimetres. And as I say, it's slightly taller. C has completely sold out. As I say, we are limited on both sizes now of the leg form. So if you've got any of them in your basket, do not hesitate. Today, you've got the option of getting them as well on split pay, £53.33. We've had a message come through from Tracy. I can't read it that far. Hi, I ordered my Adjustoform on Friday with the flexi pay option. Just can't wait for it to arrive. As I say, it will come directly from Adjustoform. It comes with our P&P though, which is crazy, isn't it? Bearing in mind, if you've bought, say, the early bird, or you've bought some fabrics, or you bought Fiona Hesford's patterns, and you're thinking, right, I've paid my postage and packaging, I'm now going to buy an Adjustoform. It's going to come from Adjustoform. You're not going to pay any extra on shipping. Still only one P&P all day. Which is brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. We've had another message come through from another Tracy. Oh, Vicky, this looks brilliant. I've put my coffee and my cake down to purchase. It's great having that split pay option, isn't it? 53.33 on either of the ones. It just depends on what sort of garments you generally make. I love this one because you have the option of changing it over. So even if you don't make trousers, I'd love to be able to know that maybe one day I will make trousers. £53.33, 159.99. I'm just trying to work out from a message that we've got about, right, if you've got, I haven't got a pair of trousers, Paul, you need to bring us your trousers. Take your trousers off. He says, I've got no trousers on. So, bear with me. Sorry. Oh no, what was I doing? Oh gosh. Hang on, I'm just trying to see, because I'm wondering, somebody's messaged in asking if you've got a pair of trousers. Come on, Kat. Kat's going to show you. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah. So I reckon you put the leg over the wire.
Okay, sorry. Kat's going to show you, because I'm not she's going to do a demonstration. Somebody's messaged in saying, how would you put on a pair of trousers once you've sewn the crotch? Nothing like a bit of live telly for you. Oh dear, we'll go through the sizes while Kat works this out. We'll go through the sizes. So, so we've got, in this one, the leg form, C option has already gone. We've got A, which is 84 to 104 centimetres, waist, which is 66 to 85 centimetres, the hips is 91 to 111 centimetres, the back length is 37 to 42, and the height is 185. The B option, which is the medium, which you can see there. Right, there's the pole.
There's the trouser leg.
There's the trouser leg.
And then I'd pop her over the top.
Pop her on the top. There's two holes on the mannequin.
Yeah.
One's a trouser hole and one's a centre hole. That's the centre one. It's set as low. Obviously, you've got all of the different little dials. You can tighten up, so it's slightly higher. There it is. It's just difficult to do it at that angle, isn't it? Doing it for TV purposes. There we go. No, is it tight? Bear with us, bear with us. So if you imagine, if you do want to email the studio with any questions, it's studio@sewingstreet.com. Don't ask us to do anything live on air like this though, because it won't work. How many people we'll take? We'll get Paul out in a second to have a go as well. So once that is tightened, you then put it on. But if you do want to email any questions whatsoever, it's studio@sewingstreet.com, studio@sewingstreet.com. If you've got any questions about the sizes, remember size C is now completely sold out. Size C is sold out completely. A and B is available. We can show you, we'll put the trouser leg on for the second part of the show if you would like. There's both of them together, but we'll try and get the trouser side on so we can show you. Now, if you do have any questions, as I say, please do message in. £53.33, it is available on split pay. So just so you're aware, the grey, the super fit, is now sold out in the full figure completely, as has the both of them in fact. See, I believe it's sold out. It's worth speaking to the customer service team and finding out, and fingers crossed if we get any back in, we will let you know ASAP. Paul's doing the most hilarious noise in my ear. It's really funny. Okay, so I know that Fiona was talking about, I think she's done it. We've got some of the linens. We've got some of the linens that Fiona Hesford said would be great for her tunic. Loads of you bought the tunic earlier on, so we have got some linens. We have got lots of linens to show you. So, Kat, you nearly made me do that on air, and then we're going, oh, you can't do what you're doing. The trousers are too small, which doesn't help. The trousers were too small for the mannequin. Right, let's start with the dark grey. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to it. So, do you need the aircon on in there? £5.99 a half metre. Now this is stone washed linen in dark grey. It's absolutely beautiful for the tunic. It'd be absolutely great for lots of the patterns that we've had recently actually. £5.99 a half metre. If you did think, oh, do you know what? I love Fiona's dress that she was wearing. This would look great. This would look really, really great with the tunic dress, absolutely. That colour's lovely. I wouldn't even say it was a dark grey. I think it's got quite a little bit of a purple tinge to it. Hint of purple to it, which is lovely. Oh, we're trying to get these trousers onto the mannequin. This is how I feel every morning trying to put my jeans on. You need to see it. It's brilliant. Yeah, that works. No, you need to show it. You need to show it. So, no, we can answer your question now. Right, sorry. We did just lose the plot a little bit there. We had a question come in saying, right, once you've sewn the crotch on the trousers, how do you then put it on the form? So what you do is you take the top of the form off and put the one trouser leg in, and then you have it over on the other side. And there you go. You can see that the left side leg has got the pole in it. So then you put the leg over the pole, put the mannequin top back on, and pull them up at the waist. It's a little tight for her, a little tight for the mannequin. It's a bit small, but it just shows. I mean, in telly time, that felt like it took forever, but in real time, it didn't actually take that long. It probably took you a couple of minutes, didn't it? If you weren't on telly doing it, I'm sure it'd be great. But yeah, Kat, you did a great job. Thank you for answering that question. Right, so that's the dark grey. Pardon? Was that something to me? No. We've also got the teal. Oh, see, this would look really nice in the tunic, actually, for autumn and for summer. I just love linen. This is 100% linen. This is your teal stone-washed linen. Do you know who loves linen? Jane Greenough. She calls it rich. It's not creased. It's rich wrinkles, darling. Hi, Christina. Thank you to change us. Thank you for showing us how to change to put trousers on. I've already ordered it. She says, I just wanted you to show me how to do it. There you go. There you go. It is easy. It is easy. We overcomplicated it. It's really easy. It was just because it needed to be tighter at the height that we wanted it. If you're in your workspace, you can get under it, not with a camera pointing up your skirt. You won't be doing it on live TV pressure. And me and Kat have both worn dresses today, which probably doesn't help. I haven't worn dresses for ages, and the one time we got us squatting down trying to do the trouser leg. Hi, Leslie. The Ursula pattern is on pre-order. It's there. It's called Early Bird Deals at the moment. So if you see today's deal and then Early Bird Deals, with early birds getting our pre-orders in. So absolutely grab those whilst you can. Fiona's going to be back in half an hour, 11 o'clock, with the demonstration for the jackets behind me, the Ursula jacket. This is called Denim Colour. It's again your stone washed linen. Perfect for the tunic. Really nice for the tunic. I can't stop laughing at those trousers. I mean, they're lovely trousers. 100% stone washed linen. Do you know these trousers? They were made by Jenny McCleary, for Jenny McCleary, and you've seen her on air. She's tiny. She's absolutely tiny. Like she's shorter than me. She's shorter than me, and I'm 5'3". She's got to be 5. Might even be smaller. I'm not sure, but she's definitely shorter than me. She's tiny, so she's got the tiniest little frame, the little trousers. Oh dearie me. Right, that's one. You know when we've got to pick things for the caption. Caption this. We're going to do caption this of that. That's so funny. Absolutely. We definitely got some funny shots then. Claire from Solihull. Hello, Claire. Love my Adjustoform. Find it useful for photographing my makes as well. When I don't want to model them on myself on social media. Good idea. That's a really good idea. And I really like to put an outfit. You know, if you're going somewhere on a weekend and you think, right, I'm just going to see what that outfit looks like, and I'm going to start accessorising it with necks and things. It's nice to be able to just have, and you know, to be able to see it in the room. It looks lovely. I really like them just as decorative. Hi, Samantha. Samantha's messaged in as well. I've got the medium leg form. She says, I got it a while ago, and she said it's so worth it. Skirts, dresses, and trousers. So there you go. You know how easy it is to change it over and put your trousers on. Thank you. Thank you for your messages. By the way, the graphics are now live for size B of the leg form, which is the blue one. The one that Samantha was just talking about. It's available on split pay. The blue one, £53.33. It's £159.99, which is amazing. And today, one postage and packaging. Now on size B, we're limited stock, handful. In fact, I'm just going to tell you, there's 4 left. There's 4. 2 of you have got it in your basket. Be aware, if you have got it in your basket, we're nearing enough on selling out. Anybody can jump in at any time, so do be aware. Thanks for getting in touch. So this is your dark blue, navy. See, this would look great with a contrasting top stitch thread. You've got what, sorry? £5.99. It's lovely for bag making. Kat can prove that. She's got a lovely linen bag that she's made with this. Do you want to come back out and show us your bag? She's got a lovely, it's purple. It's like a purple bag. We can go back, can't we, and get some grabs for the caption this. £5.99 for your stone washed linen. We've got one other colour to show you. Tom. Oh dear. I haven't got a tiny frame. I have not got tiny framed. Thank you. So then this one is £5.99. Yeah. It's only £5.99 a half metre in stone colour. It's rich wrinkles, darling. I can hear Jane Greenough telling me it's not creased, it's rich wrinkles. I do love linen. It's so cool, isn't it? Love a nice pair of linen trousers, or Fiona was saying about a linen pair of dungarees. Oh, yes. Love that idea. Love, love, love. That's a really beautiful colour for soft furnishings as well. That's really nice with some cushions and things. Hi, Sue. Love my Adjustoform. It meant that she can make things for her daughters whilst they were at uni, trying to fit things while they're away once you got their sizes. And I suppose with the times now, that's really good. I know a lot of friends of mine who were due to get married this year who haven't been able to. And imagine if you're wanting to start having a dress made for any occasion, or, you know, you want to make, like you say, for family and friends, but you can't see them, or we can't be, you know, that's a really good idea to be able to have their sizes, make it to their sizes, and still make something so personal. Imagine making something for somebody, a garment, that'd be amazing. Hi Vicky, loving the range of products today. I nearly choked on my fry up brunch with laughter. We do enjoy working together. I must say, Kat was cursing me then. Like, I can't believe you made me come out and do that. She was like, I said, do you want to come and show this? She's going, no, you're showing it. You're showing it. And I'm like, oh, you sure you want to show it? And all Paul was doing was making, like, struggling noises in my ear. Oh, dear. We struggle to work together, us three, don't we? We do adore each other, I must say. It is the whole team, dream team. We've got a new addition. Amy, you're watching in the office. Amy's the new addition. She's our marketing assistant now. She's joined Hayley B. So you'll probably see Amy on Facebook. She's gorgeous, isn't she? Really, really lovely. Yeah, so we've got a new gal in the office today. Right. Do you know when we saw earlier on a lovely jumpsuit that a lady made for Ophelia's 3rd birthday, one of Janice's makes? This would look lovely in a jumpsuit like that as well. Every single time we bring this fabric in, it sells out. Now, what's the word? Is it embossed or embossed? Embossed is over the top, isn't it? Like, they're embossed onto there. So I wouldn't want to put my iron onto it. I wouldn't want to put my iron. Embossed. Am I saying it wrong? Embossed. No, just embossed. I just say it differently to you. Potatoes, potatoes. They're saying it. Hang on. How do you say it then? Embossed. Embossed. One word. I know embossed is a word as well. I'm the reason I'm highlighting the embossed is because it's not embossed. Embossed. It's not inward, it's outward. And it's a really lovely gold stud. I love this. £5.99 a half metre. Oh, no. It's not Janice's daughter, Amy. Different Amy. I never knew Janice's daughter, Amy. I know that Paul used to work with her at Sewing Quarter. She was there before I was there. Oh, but no, it's different Amy, This is lovely though, and you don't need to worry about directional print. It's a really lightweight denim. It's great for dressmaking still, but you can use this for bag making, or you could even use it in your rag quilting, or, oh, it's lovely. And this one is, remember, embossed. £5.99. It's your chance to buy it by the half metre, and look how wide it is. You get a lot of fabric for £5.99, don't you? It's lovely. I think a backpack would look great. We've done backpacks in this before. We've done clothes with this before. Every single time we've had this in, it sells out. Be aware, be aware. It's a really lovely lightweight denim. It's cotton, 100% cotton. Now, if you do want more than half a metre, remember if you do want 2 metres for a certain pattern that you've got in mind, if you go onto the website, you can order multiple units and it will be cut off a bolt for you. So you can have as much or as little as you want, which is great, isn't it? So if you are thinking, right, I want 3 metres of this, add 6 units to your order. £5.99 per half metre, so it is sold on half metre increments, goes up in half metre increments. But I do love this, there's nothing else like it with that heart embossed feature. Thank you. Yeah, it's a lovely feature, isn't it, having that guard embossed feature. Okay, we've also got another lightweight denim, which is so pretty. Lovely Ditsy prints. Ditsy, Ditsy. Lots of people still having all their breakfast and fry-ups, and we keep getting messages about food today. Oh, do you know what though? You'll be proud of me. I have cracked it, quite literally. I know how to do a poached egg. And I have waited for years for that hallelujah moment where it's worked every time. Touch wood. Yeah, but it didn't work. I used to send videos of Paul saying, why have I got this so wrong? How have I got this so wrong? I'm trying to poach an egg. The thing has annoyed me since I went once to I went on a cooking course to a really lovely restaurant in Birmingham, and I said, oh, how do you audition, or how do you get a job as a chef in a Michelin star restaurant? Is it like MasterChef style? And he says, as long as you can poach an egg, we can teach you to do everything else. And then since then, I've never been able to poach an egg. It's really bothered me, but I can do it now. So yeah, fry up poached egg, absolutely. Yes. $4.99. This is your Ditsy Daisy. How pretty will this be again in a little dress? I think we've done a bucket hat with this, haven't we? We have. We've done some caps or summer hats with this. But it's really, really beautifully soft. It would be really nice for bag making. £4.99 a half metre. Hi, Laura. Hi, Laura. It's a lovely message day today. Hi, Vicky. Loving the show. There is so much food talk, isn't there? I know, my tummy is constantly rumbling. I don't know whether you can hear it at home, but they say they can hear it in the gallery when mine starts rumbling. I can't concentrate. Paul starts rumbling about 11 o'clock. We've got hot chocolate though today in the gallery. Yes, please. For 11 o'clock, can I have a hot chocolate? That's about all right, isn't it then, to have a hot chocolate at 11? I know, I don't know what it is. There's something about me being on air. Lots of people always message in about what they're eating. Yeah. £4.99. I might have a sugar rush because it's 43% sugar apparently. Which one is it? Oh, Windy Orlando. Bought it from the hotel. Right, so this is lovely and wide. It feels like it's got very, very slight stretch to it. That's lovely. £4.99 a half metre. I mean, look at how much you get for half a metre. It's a really pretty Ditsy print. Right, so, even for cushions, some outdoory cushions. I know that we're looking at more indoor projects at the moment, but it's lovely for spring. Okay. I didn't know that we had this back in. Have we got the tool as well? We don't have the tool. So, if you've already got the tool and you want the snaps to go with, I'm opening this up. It comes with, oh, it's all sealed. Open it. Right, I'm not going to get these everywhere. What I like about this box is that it all comes so nice and neat. You've got space to be able to put your clamping tool. If we had the clamping tool, I could show you how to use it, but I'll talk you through. Oh no, it's completely sealed. Am I allowed to use these scissors? There are paper ones. Good. Okay, so see how these slots go right the way to the top. Now I've just done the worst thing ever, and I'm going to mix them. But they do, I didn't realise they come out. So you can pull them out if you've got more of one colour. Oh no, that's going to really annoy me if they're all bleeding to different colours. There we go. So they go in, it slots in. Slots in like that. And you can keep them nicely organised with the right colours in the right pots. You also then have an extra compartment here to be able to keep it all. You are getting all of those snaps in there. It isn't just the box. Lovely for dolls, clothes making, or children's clothes, for poppers, for, you know, organisers or notebook covers. They're really handy. Things like lunch boxes or bags, just to be able to have a pop, you know, that popping clasp. Now, what it comes with, let me show you. all of these different adjustments. So you have like your male and female. You need to put together one of those, and one of those. So you get 3. I think it's this way around. So you would clamp those together, and then when you find your other one, that's where it clamps into. So then this goes on the other side. You've got another popper to be able to put them together. Do you use another one of those? I think you do. I think you use one of those and one of those. So you clamp them together, and then that little center point flattens down, and they make great little colourful poppers. They look lovely on things like, you know, bibs and children's wear, if you're using them for, as I say, school bags or smaller projects, pencil cases. There's such beautiful colours. The pink, the blue, red, green, black, orange, a couple of shades of blue, a couple of shades of pink, you've got white, you've got all the colours. Lovely and bright to get you started. And you can then buy refills for these, so you can get extra snaps. Or if you just want to buy a new box, I mean, $32.99, and it's a great storage compartment, isn't it? Because those little doors go right to the top, even when you're carrying this around, they're not going to mix. They're not going to mix up. They're not all going to mix over. So if you go like that, still not going to mix. Hi, Kelly. The prices are so unbelievably good. I love it. Oh, thank you, Kelly. She says, I have to agree with food talk. Not sure, but my stomach demands early lunch. I know. I love food. I love food. I love talking about food. I'm so bad at cooking now. I'm really, really not good at cooking at all. I don't enjoy food shopping. I hate food shopping. Oh, they love food shopping in the gallery. I hate it. I'm all right when I'm in there, but I can never be bothered to do it. So our fridge is always empty, and I always dream about everybody else's food. Not very good. You're making a 5-bean stew tonight. That sounds nice. Kelly, it's crazy, isn't it, how much we talk about food? It's not us, though. It's just we get lots of messages coming about food. So, no, thank you. Yeah, if anybody asks, the management asks, we're just talking about sewing all day. Dream team here, we talk about sewing. We don't talk about food. Okay, let's have a look at the other one. Now, this. Right, are you ready with your calculator? Maths head on. We have got the most incredible value for money on these. I'm so pleased these are in stock. So, these are your machine embroidery threads. These are fantastic for things like, as I say, machine embroidery, because they're so bright. They've got a really beautiful sheen to them. They'd look amazing with, you know, for applique. You can absolutely use them still for things like your top stitching, but they're designed for machine embroidery. Now you get loads of thread on each spool. It's your 40 weight, by the way. You get 500 meters of 40 weight thread on each spool. So 500 meters, bearing in mind, you know, the polyester 50 weight threads that we stock, they are generally, you're looking about £1.70 to £2 a spool, and it's 100 meters on each. This is 5 times the thread. And how many spools have we got? 50 spools. Work it out. We don't even need a maths head on or a calculator. £1 a spool. 500 meters of thread and £1 a spool, and they're on nice big cones. Even the storage box, right, okay, let's say that's $9.99, surely. And it's got all of the little posts in, so they will sit nicely in there. You can keep them stored lint-free and dust-free. What does that make our thread if we say that the box is £10? It makes it 50p a thread, 80 pence? 80 pence a spool? 80 pence a spool, which is absolutely brilliant. I had no idea, if I'm honest, that we had this back in stock. This is such great value for money, especially if you love decorative stitching. If you like personalising things, maybe on your machine you've got one of those combination machines, embroidery machine, or you like to do monogramming on your machine. If you like to do names and personalisation for Christmas. Let's have a look. How about doing somebody's Christmas stocking? Let me get my colours out. I'd go this one, this one, this one. What other Christmassy colours have we got? There's another nice Christmassy green. I've got some silver. Who's that? Whose message is that? Jodie, I love your message. I know, I agree. She says, you don't need to worry about cooking. That's what Chinese takeaways and Indian takeaways and fish and chip shops and everything. Honestly, round here, we've got them all. We've got them all around here as well, haven't we? We're spoiled for choice with them. But look at all of these colours. I'm thinking Christmas. Does this look like my Christmas palette? Put a nice blue in there as well. But to do personalisation for Christmas, that would be amazing. Christmas stockings, personalised sacks, personalised table centres, table places. You normally do your online shop, don't you? Yeah. Whenever I speak to Paul, he's always like, I'm just waiting for my my food delivery to come, waiting for my food online shop to come. He says, I need to go again today. But these are great stackable storage pots as well. So they've got little indentations on the top. And you see they've got the little indentations. So if you're multi-buying on these, you'll be able to stack them up and they'll all look amazing. You can see what colours you've got. If you've got somewhere else to keep your threads, of course, still keep the box. They've got the little spool. They've got the little spool pins in them as well. So they slot in perfectly. 50 spools, £50. It's such incredible value for money. I can't recommend that enough. We're now, how many days till Christmas? 2 months? No, a bit longer than that, surely. Oh my word, it's October 22nd today. That's crazy, isn't it? Oh, so you know when I was talking about Adjustoforms, you won't pay it off till at Christmas. It'll be January, your third payment, won't it? Oh, you pay this one today, one in November and one in December. So yeah, it will be paid off by Christmas. But it's not 3 months, it's 2 months. Oh. Okay, just speaking of Adjustoforms, very quickly, Kat's saying. Leg form, size A, sold out on size A. Leg form size C, gone, sold out. All we have now is the leg form in size B, which I will go through the sizes for anybody because there's people who've got them in their baskets. They're not yours in your basket. It's not yours until you check out. This is B. So in inches, or let's go centimetres. Most dressmakers I know work in centimetres. 99 to 119 centimetres on the bust, 81 to 101 centimetres on the waist, 104 to 124 on the hips. Back length is 38 to 43 centimetres and the maximum height is 190 centimetres. Well done to everybody who has bought an Adjustoform today. There's loads of you who have been checking out, which is great to see. As I say, I think that this could be the last day of Adjustoforms. And then, how about the super fit then? What's the stock like on the super fit? So the full figure, oh, there's one left. There is one left of the full figure. The Super Fit Deluxe, you can see there, is available on split pay. £53.33. It will pop up in a second. 53.33. There it is. Interest free over 3 months. We have one available in that full figure. Medium and small, slightly more availability, but still grab them whilst you can. Absolutely grab them whilst you can. The medium, was it the graphics for the medium? Graphics for the medium are there, just so you can see the item code LDA975. I'm hoping we've got enough to go around because there's a lot of interest, especially as obviously we're doing lots of dressmaking today. Fiona Hesford's going to be with me in 10 minutes time. And then there's the small one as well. There's the small. If you do want to take a little bit of a screen grab of that and have a bit of a think and have a look through, have a look on the website or have a look on Adjustoform's website as well at all the amazing features and functions of them, as we have done a bit of a pit stop at them today. Have a look at other people's reviews as well. If you go onto the fan page, lots of people have posted about their Adjustoforms, so it's definitely worth having a bit of a research and looking into it. But now we've got the split pay option. You can imagine they've absolutely flown out. Had a message come through from Catherine. Hi, Catherine. She says, looking forward to the show. Loving the show. She says, it's made me really hungry. So agree. I'm surprised your stomach hasn't started screaming in the mic. Keep up the great work. You'll probably hear it. You will probably hear it. I'm going to have a hot chocolate and hope that curbs my hunger until 1 o'clock. Right, so Fiona's coming back very, very soon. She's going to be joining me with this one, which is the Ursula Coatigan. It's a beautiful jacket. We're at this sort of time of year where I'm still having to layer up. I don't like to just wear a big coat because I went into a shop the other day and I was absolutely roasting. It was boiling in there. So it's good to be able to layer up. It's a lovely lightweight jacket, but also if you're doing it with, I mean, this is almost like an upholstery fabric. This is lovely, or a boiled wool. It would be beautiful as well. And have it shorter, have it as a shorter jacket as well. So we'll go through all of those options and have a look more at the pattern. It's currently available on pre-order, which says early bird deals. I know people have already found it and are checking out. Don't forget, anybody who is checking out on Fiona's patterns today, you're automatically entered into a prize draw, which will reveal the 2 winners tomorrow to win the Noel bunting. My friend texted me in the break saying, I love that bunting. It's lovely, isn't it? Really lovely. We're very, very limited on the Edith dress from the last hour, which is the Tunic pattern, $17.99, size 8 to 20. Oh. If everybody checks out, if you've got it in your basket, then we are completely oversubscribed. Be aware. Very, very limited on that. Is there anything else that I needed to mention this hour? Yeah, waist shaper. Right, so the only waist shaper, you can use it in waistbands, but also, do you know what I think it's great for? Straps on handbags. So if you want to strengthen the strap, then I know lots of people use waist shaper. It's a Visaline product. It's £6.99. I think it's new into stock. We've spoken about it a lot, but it's new into stock. So just to let you know, it's on the website. Oh, there you go. The graphics are live for it. It's GDZW13 is your item code number. £6.99. It's just one of those, if you've bought something already and you find it useful, if you use it before or you've never tried it, you want to strengthen your straps or use for your waistbands, then this is perfect for that. If you do have any dressmaking questions for Fiona, get them in. If you've made any of her patterns in the past, like Claire sent in a photo earlier, if you could send us a picture, it'd be brilliant, because I love to show Fiona all of your makes. We have also got some brand new boiled wool, which I love. The fabrics and some gorgeous colours as well. So we'll talk about working with boiled wool and different fabrics. We'll get Fiona on. Do not go anywhere. We're back with Fiona Hesford in just a few minutes. If you'd like to get in touch with us during our live show and send in any messages or any questions, then you can do it on studio@sewingstreet.com. Alternatively, you can message us on our official Facebook page.
Hi, I'm Rosie Wells.
My name's Poppy and I'm a nutritional therapist.
Hi, I'm Ruth Lynette and I can't wait to join you all on the brand new Gemporia Lifestyle channel.
If you're a fan of primal living, you're going to adore what's around the corner.
What is lifestyle? Lifestyle is healthy habits.
Feeling good, it's about looking great.
Making sure that we're taking good care of ourselves inside.
And it's about the life that you lead and the home that you live in.
All of this is why I'm so excited.
We've got the most wonderful team.
Homeware deals and primal deals under one roof on one channel.
I can't wait to share this brand new channel with you. So we'll see you soon on Gemporia Lifestyle.
Gemporia Lifestyle, coming soon to Freeview Channel 74 and gemporia.com.
To see me back. My favourite piece of kit with the sewing is the seam ripper. Hello, I'm Janice from Birmingham. I specialise in dressmaking. I used to run a children's shop and I love making children's clothes. My mother encouraged me to sew from an early age. When we were young, we did dressmaking in school. My claim to fame was the sewing quarter. But I'm now making also jumpsuits for ladies and men of all shapes and sizes, and it seems to be going for the festivals around the country. See you on the show!
If you love sewing, then you need the UK's favourite sewing magazine. Every month, you'll receive exclusive patterns. Follow simple step-by-step guides suitable for all skill levels to make your own stunning clothes, accessories and more, together with inspiring tips and tricks from industry experts. Join in and discover your love for sewing. Try Love Sewing today and get your first 3 issues for just £6.
Did you know that if you shop with Sewing Street, you're only going to pay one lot of postage all day? That's one payment of £3.95, no matter what you're buying. And you can check out as many times as you like without having to pay another delivery charge. So shop online at www.sewingstreet.com, or you can order via our call centre, which is 0800 001 4433.
Hello, I'm Kerry from Living in Loveliness and I'm delighted to be part of the Sewing Street team. I'm based in Wolverhampton and I absolutely love working with fabulous fabrics. In particular, I love working with fat quarters and showing you how to get the most from your scraps. I love bringing communities of sewists together and encouraging people to sew for greater causes. Most recently, we have been sewing for our NHS and key workers. I look forward to bringing you hints, tips and techniques. I'll see you soon.
If you'd like to get in touch with us during our live show and send in any messages or any questions, then you can do it on studio@sewingstreet.com. Alternatively, you can message us on our official Facebook page.
Hello, my name's Fiona Hesford and I'm founder of Sewgirl. I'm based down in Worthing on the south coast of England, and I've got a range of sewing patterns which I've developed over the last few years, which are projects for loose fitting clothing, everyday simple garments, things that I really love to wear myself. And I'm going to be bringing you them to Sewing Street over the next few months. So I look forward to seeing you then. Bye.
Did you know that if you shop with Sewing Street, you're only going to pay one lot of postage all day? That's one payment of £3.95, no matter what you're buying. And you can check out as many times as you like without having to pay another delivery charge. So shop online at www.sewingstreet.com, or you can order via our call centre, which is 0800 001 4433.
If you'd like to get in touch with us during our live show and send in any messages or any questions, then you can do it on studio@sewingstreet.com. Alternatively, you can message us on our official Facebook page. Hello, welcome back. All the talk of food, everybody's, well, I'm trying to curb, I know this is not a good way of curbing your food hunger, is it, by having a cup of hot chocolate? But I couldn't resist. Paul said to me this morning, we've got hot chocolate in the gallery now, we've got hot chocolate, so we've had a little hot chocky, winter warmer. We've got 1 hour and packed full of great tips from Fiona Hesford, who of course is the creator of Sewgirl. And Fiona creates the most beautiful, beautiful dressmaking patterns for us. This is the Ursula Coatigan, which you can see there, Fiona rocking it. I love that this one is actually going to be completely different if you make it in a lightweight for summer or for spring. And then today we're working with boiled wool, which will then be completely different and perfect this time of year. You can make it in almost like almost, I'm thinking like an upholstery fabric even, or, you know, heavy, really heavyweight, or linen. It would even look lovely with the last down that we're looking at. So we saw earlier on that there's a shorter length option as well. So you have got a longer and a short option of your jacket. It's got lovely big buttons. It's again great size range from size 8 to 20. And on the reverse, it's got all of your size requirements, so the size information, the finished garment measurements, and also your fabric requirements for size 8 to 20. Now, we've put some bundles together for you. So as I say, you will need the pattern. We'll go through the pattern with Fiona and exactly what you're getting inside your pack, because it feels nice and chunky again. You've got some lovely pattern paper. Shall we start with the teal? These are all brand new and they are absolutely perfect for the Ursula Coatigan. This is the one I believe that Fiona's working with. It's gorgeous colour. It goes with everything as well, doesn't it? Sometimes you just want a jacket or a coat that you're going to be able to chuck on with a pair of jeans or a pair of leggings. It's going to go with everything. So we've put together 2.5 metre bundles, which will be, I think, big enough for the largest size. 2.5 metres for £53.99. It's not a scratchy wool though, it's really nice. Lovely, lovely quality indeed. If you've got any other patterns in mind maybe, this is a great chance to be able to get it. It's the first time I think we've done any boiled wool, you know. Kat's saying it's the first time she's seen boiled wool as well. I think this might be the first time we've done it. We've got 3 gorgeous bundles. That's the navy blue, or teal it's called, sorry. This is, I can't make up I would love to have one in each colour, you know, actually, because I love tan. I always wear like a tan jacket. I've got like a tan jacket like that. It's really, really versatile. It goes with everything. But the navy blue, classic, and this is so beautiful. I can imagine this on a really lovely cold winter's night, wrap up, big grey scarf or a white fluffy hat. This is your rose boiled wool. That's a lovely colour though, isn't it, Paul? Paul's our fashionista and he really, really likes that colour. That's gorgeous. They're also available by the half metre. They're on the early bird section or the pre-order section on our website. So that's rose and then camel. This is probably one of the most on-trend colours, isn't it? And very unisex as well. You'd like a coat with this. Yeah. It's such a lovely colour, isn't it? It is very, very, very designer indeed. £53.99 and you're getting 2.5 metres. Remember, if you're multi-buying, it's pre-cut into 2.5 metre pieces. Ideal for the Ursula coat. Remember to grab yourself your pattern to be in with a chance of winning the Noel panel as well. Can I show you the thickness of this? We'll go through it when we get working with Fiona. We'll show you the thickness of it. This is why she's saying you need your walking foot really, because it is lovely and thick. It's a nice weight to it, really nice weight to it. We'll ask for some tips if you've never worked with boiled wool before. It's going to look really stylish. It's going to look really, really stylish, and it's something that you're going to be able to get out of the wardrobe year after year, and it's always going to be in fashion, isn't it? Without being too fitted, without worrying, can I get my jumper under this jacket? It's a nice loose fitting jacket. So, is there anything else? We've got some more by the half metre. We've got all of these colours by the half metre. We've also got grey. Yeah, can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with your grey. That's your grey. I think they've called it silver. So this is your silver boiled wool by the half metre again, just £10, 99.5 metre. 2.5 metres will be enough for the largest size, but the back of the pattern does have a breakdown as well if you're thinking. This is 145 wide. I'm just looking how much fabric you need. This sizing guide is on the back, is on the image on the website. If you do want to have a look, you'll be able to see that. If you want to wash it, it is washable, but you'll just need to do it on a cool wash. In fact, I think it suggests to do it in a carefully rinse and roll in a bath. So hand wash it with cooler water, lukewarm water. We've got green. This is so autumny, isn't it? This is lovely. Oh, look, it goes with my dress as well, doesn't it? This is lovely. £10.99. It's again brand new in today. If you've got any questions for us, get them in. £10.99 for your green boiled wool half a metre. We've got the burgundy. They all look lovely. I can't choose. Is it greedy if I have coats in every colour? Oh, I love every single one of them. I can't make up my mind. See, this looks nice as well, doesn't it? That absolute mulled wine colour. This is your wine. Lovely red. Was very popular in the last hour, this colour, actually. If you did the long version of this coat as well in the board well, it would be a really lovely winter coat. It would be really lovely for this time of year. And then we've also got the navy, which is a slightly different colour to the, well, it's different colour to the teal. It's navy. I was thinking it looks, we've seen one like this, but we haven't. We saw teal earlier. I'll show you the difference. Sorry if I hit my microphone. That's your teal. Sorry, let me lift it up. That's teal and that's navy. So I'll get teal out the way. That one's navy. Right, hang on. Oh, I'm taking them all home. I'm taking them all home with me. I'm going to make the coat. It's so lovely though, isn't it? Grab yourself the pattern. Remember, you're in with a chance of winning the banner as well. There's so much fabric. I love all this. I do love all this boiled wool. Grab yourself your pattern if you do want to make the most of it. It's 100% boiled wool today. 100% boiled wool. Welcome back, Fiona.
Thanks for having me back.
I think it's the first time that we've had boiled wool on the show. Is there anything that I need to be wary of if I've never sewn with boiled wool before?
Well, I think you just need quite a good, decent needle. I mean, I'd put a 90 needle, a bit slightly thicker needle on your machine, and also I wouldn't sort of really go hard on the steam iron. I would sort of press it, I would steam it, and then pat it down.
Okay.
You don't want to be sort of like destroying the pile on it because it's nice and bouncy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have to say that's an amazing price because if you think £16 a metre gets you quilting cotton, a metre of quilting cotton. It's not much more for a metre of 100% wool.
That's really good value, isn't it? Good point.
It's incredible. I don't know how you do it, so well done.
Brilliant. And these will work well with Ursula. I know that you're wearing Ursula jacket as well, so it just proves again how versatile. This isn't just going to be a winter jacket.
Do you know what? It's like an indoor-outdoor thing. Yeah. I mean, I pop this on.
And you don't look like wearing your coat.
No, it's like a. It's like a duster, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I was inspired by something I found in a charity shop, actually. I just recently remembered it. And it was like a Marimekko duster coat, and it was printed with I don't know if you know Marimekko, but it's a Danish label, incredibly cheap. And I just one day found this thing, and I just absolutely adored this thing. And I thought, this style, I really wanted to do something similar. So I've made it my own. I mean, the pockets are very unique to me in the sense that they've got this sort of rounded detail. I don't really know if you can see it on the.
That. It's probably best to show you on yours actually.
Yeah. So it's a rounded detail, and it
just do that again. Just do what you're doing again on the side.
Yeah. So you can just pop your. You see what it's got sort of stitch detail. So. It's kind of like it's like a sort of in there, like there, you'll see it there.
Oh, I love that.
You know, there's that. Now,
what sort of fabrics could you use there? We've got boiled wool today. What's it that you've got on now? Is that a cotton?
That's linen.
Linen,
but I have made it in cotton as well.
Lovely.
And it works really well. And it's lovely and loose. Now, I have to say, the pattern was originally designed with a 3/4 length sleeve.
Okay.
And a lot of people wrote to me and said, oh, I love the sleeves, but I would like it longer. So I've actually lengthened it specially for us today. It doesn't affect the fabric quantities or anything like that. I made sure that I could fit it in. So I've actually lengthened them by about 5 centimetres. And so what I've just put on the pattern is, if you want it 3/4 length, just turn up a nice big chunky hem at the sleeve, you know, especially if you're doing it in something lightweight, I think it'd be fine.
Yeah, great.
But it's the retro buttons that I absolutely love about this.
Oh, these big buttons.
Yeah, I mean, people say, oh, well, can I put
a
buttonhole? And I thought, well, the thing about using boiled wool is that when you put buttonholes on it, it can be quite bulky, and the buttonhole. So I just thought, well, if you've got these really lovely, can you see me there? Sort of rounded. These like rounded covered buttons and poppers, it just makes it really easy to put on and off.
Yeah, careful.
So,
sorry,
your microphone. So it's just. You know, you can.
Yeah, great with poppers.
Yes, and just one little tip is when you're putting on a covered button. I'm going to do this now because I know I've run out of time at the end. Is just a little bit of H40 is brilliant.
Okay.
And just a little disc in the middle, and then before you put your button on, and it just makes it nice and padded, and that just gives it that couture look.
Oh, gorgeous.
Good
tip. Good tip. We do have those covered buttons, in fact, actually, don't we? Oh, there you go, the big ones.
Yeah, and big poppers. You know, don't go weedy on the poppers. I think we've got the nice 15mm poppers as well. And, you know, just to kind of get a little bit of substance behind it. So, yeah, I think they're ideal.
They're the big buttons, and these are the big poppers.
But if you don't want to put on those covered buttons, you could use
microphone's careful. I can't hear
told
you.
off
What
this
is it?
morning. Yeah, you could put some sort of like, you know, some nice big buttons. I think the thing about this, because it's sort of quite a long garment, you want some quite decent, you don't want weedy little buttons, do you? And so I just thought, you know, if you sewed on a button, some nice vintage buttons or something would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. So these
Don't
are your
have to be
snap
covered.
fasteners. They're 13mm, so these are the larger ones, and they're £2.49 for those. Brilliant.
It's got an optional back belt as well.
Oh,
Can you
nice. I can
see?
spot that, yeah.
Now, you don't have to put that one on. I haven't put it on this one, and this is one I just wear every day at home. But if you want it as more of a sort of car coat going out to the shops coat, then you can know, it just gives it a little bit more shape at the back, which is quite nice. And the other thing I did with one of them, can't think which one, but I actually put a little bit of stitch detail on the back belt there. Can you see?
Lovely.
Oh, I got it in the right. There. Paul will be very happy now.
Yeah, that's
it. Can you see
Yeah.
some lines of stitching just to give it a little bit of extra detail?
Oh, nice. I love this colour that you're working with as well. So this is the teal,
is just
isn't
so
it?
beautiful. It's just so classy, isn't it? I have to say, all of the colours are just absolutely gorgeous. Now, this fabric is amazing. It's like felt. It doesn't fray.
Oh, fab. So do you not need to worry about going around with your overlooker?
No, I don't think you do. And also the other thing is that, you know, when you're doing it in linen, what you want to do is and the pattern tells you to turn under the raw edge and then tuck it down and then stitch it. Now with this, because it's much thicker and more bulky, because originally this pattern was designed for like a cotton or a linen, I don't turn it under at the edge. But that's not written into the pattern because this was originally designed for. So just don't bother tucking under that raw edge. Just stitch it down. You know, so much easier actually in a lot of ways. So shall I crack on?
Absolutely.
Here's the pattern here. It's on a nice large. Here we are. Large format, and you've got all your lay plans at the beginning there. So, you know, again, it comes up to size. Oh, the other thing I was going to say is that if you are using the bulky, you know, it's slightly bulkier, you might need to maybe go up a size or just cut your fabric a little bit more generously.
Okay.
It is a loose fitting jacket, but it comes up, I was sort of thinking, it comes up a bit smaller when it's more bulky fabric. Obviously, it's, you know, taking more space, isn't it? And the other thing I was thinking, because it's got no collar, it's really nice if you're really into lovely big wrap scarves. It just makes it really nice. Sorry, I'm keep back. I'm going to get told off again. You know, you can wrap a scarf around this, and it just looks really Scandinavian.
Love it, love it, love it.
Anyway.
Is it buzzing you or something every time you do it? Because I can't hear it, but Paul was saying to me, be careful with your microphone.
Right, okay, we'll do.
I'm not telling you after, Paul.
Yeah, so you've got all your instructions here, and you've got your back belts, which obviously is optional, your facings, which are all turned under, but again, like I said, you know, with the and then your sort of button instructions there. You've also got all your measurements on giant size on the inside back page.
That's good to know.
You know, so if you find them a bit hard to see on the front cover where we have less room, then you can go inside the pattern and see them much bigger there. So, and then you've got really really thick paper, two nice big patterns to use, and again trace off them if
it's nice
you know.
to keep them, isn't it? Because I think a lot of people are going to ask you to
especially
make
if you
things. In fact, Kat's just said, can you make her one in a rose colour, please?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to keep asking, can you make one for me? So it's nice
That's
to have all the
right.
sizes on your original
Exactly.
pattern.
That's right. And you might want to make adjustments. Yeah. And if you want to do the short length, you know, you might have to cut the pattern. So obviously save the bottom section so you can really join it. But, you know, it's better to just trace it off, isn't it? Now, because this fabric hasn't really got a right side, I was trying for ages to work out if it had a right or wrong side, and I don't think it did. I think it was the same. But of course, when you're cutting out your pieces, you're going to have a sort of mirror image of the pieces, so you want to know what they are. So, you know, get a bit of masking tape, or even just a pin and a piece of paper or a Post-it, and just sort of write what side it is, because there's nothing worse than sewing it on merrily and then go, oh, I've sewn it on the wrong way round. Yeah. Now, here we've got the front piece. I got it in the right place. There we go. looks incredibly dark on the screen. It looks almost navy there,
and it's
doesn't
not,
it?
is it?
But it's
no,
like
I think at home, I wonder whether you can see if it
like
looks
a
different on
petrol
our monitor.
colour almost, isn't
It's
it?
stunning.
It really is a stunning colour. And here's your pocket.
Oh, so the pocket piece looks unusual, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like you say, it's that circular
yes,
shape.
It's got the lovely circular bit. There's sort of a little bit of a retro feel going on here. A little bit slightly 60s. And so we can see, can you see, I'm sort of matching up the two inner curves. It's really good fun doing these pockets, I have to say. And then we're just pinning them on.
Does it behave itself when you're cutting it and pinning it? And it's...
Yes. If you've got a really good pair of dressmaking shears rather than scissors, I would say that. But then when you're cutting out the smaller bits, I sometimes swap over to the smaller ones. So if you're doing big long pieces, get your shears out, but smaller ones for the other side. So we pin it on like so, and then I'm just going to stitch around that edge where it's pinned. So I'm going to stitch just around here, not down here or here, just around this curved section.
Okay. Now you've got your walking foot on, and you said it is best to have, if you've got a walking foot, put that on, it'll make life easier.
With bulky fabrics, it's always a good idea to pop it on.
Is it a 1 centimetre seam allowance?
So it's 1 centimetre, so you can just bank up the side of the foot. When it comes to this rounded section, it makes it much easier. The other thing I would do is lengthen my stitch, because you have got, you know, two bulky layers there, which might need to just a little bit of extra help. And then just whiz
what have you
round.
lengthened it to?
2.8.
2.8,
yes.
okay, yeah.
You could go up to 3, but I think 2.8 works well.
And it's not a steep curve, is it? It's quite a friendly curve.
Yeah. And then you can just do your little back stitch there. And there we go. Take your pins out. You like my little kitty?
I do like that
today.
little cat.
This Mabel, that is.
Oh.
That was modelled on her. Hang on, I've got to put the pins like whiskers, otherwise I look like a voodoo doll.
Oh.
Oops.
We had a message from a Vicky, another Vicky. Show has inspired me to... the show has inspired me to try some dressmaking. Food Talk has inspired me to cook steak for lunch for me and my hubby. Winner, winner. Oh, on two fronts. Brilliant. Yes, get dressmaking. Absolutely. And definitely have a nice lunch dinner today.
Is it her anniversary or something?
No, it's just, we've been talking lots about food today, Fiona. I don't know why. It's just what we do, just generally. We just always go on to the subject of what we're having for lunch or what we've had for breakfast.
Yeah. So, I think ours will be sort of Warwick service station.
Oh, yes, so how far away? You're right down on the south coast, aren't you?
We are Worthing.
Worthing,
yeah. So we came up last night and stayed in Stratford. We quite like we love discovering this area. Went to a fantastic exhibition at Compton Verney, on fabric and identity.
Oh,
it was really, really nice. So can you see I've snipped around that. I snipped the seam allowance, so be careful not to snip your stitching. Just go carefully there. And oops, I should have turned my iron on. Excuse me, I'll just be a while.
Somebody asked about ironing actually. Christine said, would you recommend using a Teflon iron cover when using boiled wool? She says, I keep mine on my iron at all time. Have you seen those Teflon ironing covers?
I've not really used them myself, no. Is that to prevent?
I don't know. I think it's like what you said.
Sticking?
You don't want to lose the texture of it.
Now, when you're ironing a seam, you probably don't have to worry too much. It's not wool's not going to melt, but what you want to do is to not flatten it down too much. So what I tend to do is I'm just literally holding it just above and just pressing it down. If you've got a clapper, then that would work.
Oh yeah, we've got clappers on the website. We have got one. We just couldn't find it here in the studio today. I don't know if it's gone back to our warehouse or if we've got one here.
These are good as well.
Website.
You know, they just allow you to sort of focus a little bit more on a certain area, give you a little bit more of a raised surface. I get these. I always have these to hand.
Oh, I think the sleeve roll and the pressing hams are
The pressing
good.
hams are
because
great.
if you think you are going to put it onto a curved shape, better than pressing it flat, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
It will, you know, obviously be on a body.
Yes. You see that presses out really well.
Nice. It does press beautifully.
Yes, and I'm not touching the outside fabric, I'm just touching the seam there, so I haven't got to worry too much with that. You know, I mean, the other thing is if you find that they've got a really bulky seam and it's like, and you're getting to it and you can't really sew it, I sometimes get a hammer and just the seam allowance where it's stitching, I'm going to bash it down just to kind of reduce the bulk.
There you go. Top tip. Helps with the lockdown frustration as well, doesn't it, just to have a hammer at hand?
Yes.
Maybe that's what you need to do, Paul.
I'm going to get rid of that now. Just do it on the flat.
How much fabric is needed to make a size 20? Well, I think it's the bundles, isn't it? 2.5 metre bundle. It just depends on the width of it. It just depends on the width of the fabric that you're looking at. So, and like you said, if you're working with bulkier fabric, maybe add an extra. It's always worth adding extra 0.5 metre anyway, just if it comes up slightly small. So fabric requirements, size 20. You're making a short jacket. You'll need, if it's 150 wide, 1.8 metres. Or 2.6 metres if it's 112 wide. Ours is wide, so 1.8 metres for a size 20 on the short jacket. If you're making the long coat, it's wide, so you need 2.3, so 2.5 metres. So it all fits into the 2.5 metre bundles.
The other thing is, if you've got some quilting pins,
Yeah.
because boiled wool is bulky, it's much better to have a longer pin, and we'll go through the 2 layers much easier.
About clips, do you ever use clips?
You could use clips, but I would be worried that it might make an indentation in the fabric on this. So
the flower head pins are really good though. They're really
flower
nice
head
and long.
pins, great.
Yeah.
So there you are, you see, so I've pinned it again. Just going to give it one last steam. Whoop. And then I'm going to, and then I do a lot of patting with, good boy. And then we're just going to, hang on, get this in camera. And then what I'm going to do is top, am I in the camera there? No. So I'm going to top stitch around the edge here. So that just gives it a nice finish. Here's one I did earlier. And you can see that it's been top stitched around there. It just gives it a really nice little finish, that, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's really unusual. I've not seen a pocket like that. It looks very designer.
Yeah.
Nice finishes.
Yeah, it's been tweaked a lot, this pattern. At the very beginning it was quite basic, and then I just thought, no, I just think there's a bit more interest on the pocket. But I quite like doing that, you know, living with things for quite a few, you know, it's quite, you know, it started out life, you know, a few years ago, but it, you know, and then it's just really sort of come into its own recently. And when I've used shorter, you know, a shorter length, more different sort of fabric choices, you know, putting the back belt on and the new pocket, you know, so it's been transformed really. And now with top stitching, you don't need to do the back stitch. I wouldn't bother.
We had a message come in asking, with the teal, is the teal boiled wool available by the half metre? Yes, it is. You can get that by the half metre. In fact, the graphics are live for that now. It's £10.99 a half metre, which is brilliant value, isn't it? Brilliant. £10.99 a half metre. As you're saying, it's 100% wool. I mean, it's great quality.
It's just an amazing price because, I mean, sometimes they're like about £30 a metre, aren't they, pure wools? So now if you flip it over to the reverse side, there you see, and you can see this is just the cut edge. I'm not going to fuss around with that. I'm going to leave it as it is.
You're not going to zigzag it even?
Nope. I don't think
Not
it
gonna
needs
fret?
it. No, I don't think. I mean,
Great.
you can do if you want to, but you know, I think that's perfectly okay as it is. And then with the right sides facing together, which doesn't really have a right or wrong side, but you know, it's got to obviously match up around the edges, and then you put the other side on. And now we're just going through the 2 layers here. You're not actually stitching it. Hang on, am I enough?
You're all right. You're absolutely fine. You're fine.
I'm not stitching it to the coat at this stage. I'm just stitching the pocket together. So there we go, all the way around. I've brought my bent pins in today.
We've got loads of pins.
I saved them up, so oh yes, that's a Sewing Street pin.
Hi Lisa, Lisa's messaged in. Hi, such a beautiful Coatigan. I've made a Coatigan in boiled wool and it was a dream to sew. She says, I washed my fabric on a wool wash and it was fine. I know they advise to hand wash it, but yeah, I know a lot of model machines have got wool settings, haven't they?
And a lot of machines have got hand wash settings.
Yeah.
So you could do that, couldn't you? Now back on the machine again, and we're going to stitch the pocket lining to the pocket front and see at the other end.
Oh, my hot chocolate's delicious, thank you. Thank you for asking. It's lovely. But is it just, it's not a branded one? It's really nice, thank you very much, Paul. Of course, the stock and the pattern have gone. Both patterns very, very popular. And everybody who's purchasing the Sewgirl patterns today, you're automatically entered into the prize draw to win Noel. To win the batik. I was telling you a story earlier on about you've got a friend who, or somebody who bought them who had them up at school.
Yes.
One of the pupils come around, who's Noel?
I thought it was quite nice that there's actually two of them, Noel, Noel, because you do sing that, don't you? Noel, Noel.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, exactly. And so if you're using your own background fabric, it is double-sided, but if you use your own background fabric, you can have two.
Yeah, so it's really good value, isn't it?
Very good.
You're getting it free. So
yeah.
Even better. So there you go, that's all stitched on. And let's pins out. Excuse me, Kitty. I do quite like making a pin cushion.
Did you make that one?
I did.
Oh, it's really cute.
Yeah, I've got little foxes and it's just, you know, me having fun really. And you don't have to do any turning around or inside out. It just sits there.
Yeah.
There you are. It just literally is the backing to the
great.
fabric. So that's done now. Yeah, just one thing that I would do. Hang on. I'm learning here. Is pin it just below the pocket and above where it's, you know,
overlapping slightly, yeah.
Overlapping. And we're just going to machine tack that within the seam allowance.
Right.
So
do you lengthen the stitch again, or will they stay there? Are these
just
still
keep that stitch length on for the whole time, really, because even the top stitching needs to be longer.
At this point, you're going through quite a few layers now, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm just going to, if I bank the side of my foot up and then, no, let's just, there we are, move my needle position over, and then I'm just within the seam allowance there. Because I'm going to re-seam that afterwards, and then I can just go.
Will those stitches stay there though, Fiona? Will you leave them in? You don't need to take them out?
They'll stay there, yes.
That's why
I mean, you can do a machine tack, a long stitch, and take them out if you want to.
Sue's asked, are you going to deliver hot chocolate, Paul? Do you deliver? Where do you live, Sue? How far away are you? It's good. It's a good hot chocolate. It's actually from Wendy Orlando. She brought them in for us.
There we are. That's the pocket. Nice and easy, wasn't it?
Lovely. I love that accent. Pocket. It's beautiful.
Now I'm going to join the shoulder seams together. So there's one shoulder. That's the front. And so I want the front of the other side, which I've already half made. So normally it wouldn't be like this, would it? Because you would be, you know, I thought I'll sew half of it before the show, and then it sort of come together much quicker so you can see it a bit better. And then we sew across that top shoulder there. Again, we can just put the pins like that. Now, there is a bit of tacking a bit later. I'll mention it now, just in case I don't have time. Around the facings, when you stitch around the facings, it's better to tack it on first. So anything to do with the facing, just get some nice tacking going, hand tacking going on first, because
we're all good for time still anyway. We've got about just over 20 minutes.
Right. Take a deep breath when I go over one of these pins. Just be careful if you are sewing over your pins. It might be even wiser to take it out before you get to it.
Sally Ann lives in South Staffordshire, about 20 minutes from Baffa. Bet she'd like one too. Now, Sue's just sort of setting you up with a new business there, Paul. Charged by the hour, by the way.
Now you see, hang on, if I turn it round, I'm always showing the camera, but actually I should be just showing you.
Yeah, just show yourself. Just do it towards yourself.
On this one here, you can see that I've top stitched it towards the back. Now normally I would press all the seam allowance towards the back.
Okay.
And then top stitch it down, but because this is quite thick, I've just pressed it open and then I've just stitched it down. You know, there's no point in kind of making your life difficult there. You know, you don't want it more bulky than it needs to be. So I'm just going to press it open. Oh, I love this little steam iron. It's so
quite mighty, isn't it?
Yes, it works really well.
Sometimes it's better than just having, you know, your big main iron out all the time. It's handy.
And it's not a strain on your, on weight on your wrist.
I find that I can open seams better with the mini iron compared to the
definitely. Yes,
the bigger
it
one.
does. And then I'm top stitching on the back side. So I was.
Can you hear them giggling?
It makes me laugh when I say
Children.
that. Yeah, so make sure you've got your stitch length up to 2/8, and then what I tend to do with top stitching sometimes is line up my seam line to the centre of the foot and then put it on with the needle swung over to the left.
Right, and do you find that keeps it consistent then?
And then it's consistent, yes. I mean, you can just move your needle position over manually if you want it slightly less, you know. But I would find that on my machine it's program 2. I always call it program 2. But it's where the needle's swung over. I think it's like a 1/4 inch seam, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
But it works quite nicely because it makes a very defined top stitch. You don't want anything too weedy on this.
Susan's asked, could you trim the seam allowance back? Will that reduce the bulk? Do you need to trim it back?
You could do, yes. The other thing you could do, if you want to leave your seam allowances on the inside, you could Hong Kong seam them.
Hong Kong seam, oh, Kat loves a Hong Kong seam.
Yeah, so with some seam binding, you
Yeah.
can just cover them with that. You only really need to do a little bit here, but that's quite a nice addition.
Yeah,
you know, if you want to, it does take a little bit longer, of course, but now when I was doing this, I cut the thing and then I just thought, oh my goodness, look at that. Hang on, I'm just going to just take this.
What are you looking at?
Can you see?
Oh, it almost has like a
It actually looks really like a waterfall. It actually looks really nice without the facing.
Yeah.
You know, it might be something that you might want to live with for a bit and then sort of think.
Yeah, absolutely. And see if you want it with a facing or not.
Yeah.
With a boiled wool, because like you say, the reverse is exactly the same.
Yeah,
that's
right.
It looks great.
It sort of like creates like a collar that just flaps back. So, and you can leave the neck edge raw, or you could, you know, just seam it all the way around just to kind of hold it in place. But I think you'd probably be fine just as it is. Now, here you've got the back belt. Now, obviously, don't worry about this if you don't want to put it in, but the back belt is just a rectangle. You fold it in half, seam it down one side, turn it in, trim the seam allowance down, turn it inside out, press, and then if you want to put some, well, you can top stitch it definitely either side of the seam, of the edge, But if you want to put an extra couple of lines in the middle like I've done, looks great. And then we're just going to, and you've got some markers on the pattern which show you the belt position.
Oh, okay.
So you just...
I like a back belt. I've not seen just a back belt before. But like you said, I think that shape, doesn't it?
I was looking at that video of me with the checked one, and when I turned around, I thought,
one?
yeah, because I don't often see myself from the back, and I turned around and I just thought, actually, it's quite nice from the back with that back belt. Yeah.
Let's see when you spin around
Turn
again.
Around. Who is that funny old woman?
Spin around. Give us a twirl.
Hurry up, come on.
There she goes. Oh yeah, really
It
nice.
sort of makes a little bit of almost like a card jacket.
But I always, if I have a belt that goes all the way around, it's not sewn down, I always lose it.
Yeah.
I always lose my belt, so that still gives you the shape.
I don't like being bunched up here.
No.
When you sit down and you've got it all here, it's all right if it's quite thin, but you know, you don't want anything, you know, to add bulk to your front part, do you?
No.
Frankly.
Yeah.
I've got enough already.
About 15 minutes, Fiona.
Okay, so I've tack stitched my belt in place at the side.
When you say tack stitched it,
Machine tacked it within the
within
seam
the seam
allowance.
allowance.
Yes, just to hold it so that I've got no pins.
Okay.
So then I can just happily take those out and get on with the rest of it, knowing that they're going to stay in place.
So will that be buried then within your seam?
Yes, that's right. So if you can see here, it's just here. So it's on the inside.
Oh yeah, nice.
So, you know, maybe you might want to, before you put the sleeve on, you might want to cover that with some binding here, but you know.
I don't think it looks
you
offensive.
really see that bit.
No, especially as it doesn't fray.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention about the pocket at the front. I'm not going to do it now because I'm going to show you without. If you want to just leave your pocket loose, in the pattern it says to flip it over and then just re-stitch it on the back and follow the line of stitching that you've already stitched.
Right.
And then that's what creates this line. You see that's hang on. That's what creates the shadow line there. So,
Love
you know,
it.
you can have that if you want, if not, leave it out. But it's quite nice to have that pocket stitched down, I find, because it keeps it in place.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but,
Holds
you
the
know,
shape.
I think with this, no, this one's stitched down. There's one of them that isn't. Anyway, so moving on. What next? You see, it comes together quite quickly.
It does come together really quickly. Your pattern pieces are big pieces, aren't they? It's not lots of small pieces.
Yes, that's
and
right.
And the navy and the teal, it's really classy. It's going to go with everything, isn't it, in your wardrobe?
Yes.
I must say, I like the camel as well.
I have to admit, I just love this colour with like light brown leather gloves.
Oh, yes. It's like a petrol blue, like you said, isn't it? I don't know that you can see it as well on camera. I know it looks darker, doesn't it? But actually, it's a really lovely teal.
Together, doesn't it?
Your bundle's enough to make the biggest size as well, which is a size 20. You've got lots of fabric there, and I'm sure if you don't use it all, you'll be able to use it for other projects as well.
I think it'd make a lovely bag.
Oh yeah, you could do a matching bag if you're doing a
Really
smaller
nice.
size. You've got fabric left over.
Just a
smaller
simple
purses.
tote would be lovely, and you could just leave the raw edges, couldn't you?
Absolutely. How much you pay for a 100% wool coat? Yeah. They're expensive, aren't they?
Yeah.
This is such great value and something you'll be
it
able
really
to,
is.
you know, take out of the wardrobe time and time again.
Keep you warm. Or do you think we're going to have a really, like, you know, cold of a winter?
I know.
I think we are. I think we're due a cold winter, aren't we?
We are. I think last year was very mild, wasn't it? So I think we are due a cold winter. I just don't want it to be cold this year.
Was it wet and windy last year? I
Oh.
can't remember. It seems like years ago. So much has happened since.
It's been weird, isn't it? Because last winter I can't remember, but then this year I feel like it's just gone in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Now,
But
when
last year seems a long time ago. Yeah.
When you sew this together, this is where you've got all the bulk because you've got the pocket there, and then you've got the side seam. You're not sewing on top of the.
Oh, you best just take it slow.
Yes, and remember, just lift your foot up. And then just sew it a bit more.
over.
But you could do that sort of bashing of the seam business.
Well, get your hammer out.
Yeah, just to flatten it down a bit. Just at the seam, don't go too mad. But you know, I've got a walking foot on, and I've gone over. You know, it was, you know.
It's so like a dream.
That's what it's for, isn't it? You know, it might need a bit of encouragement from the back. You might want to lengthen your stitch a little bit longer. I don't think this is a knitted boiled wool, is it? Normally boiled wools, this one for example is boiled wool, and it's like the back of it is like it's different to the front.
Right, okay.
Whereas this is the same both sides.
So what would that make it? Knitted? Or
I
woven?
think it's woven.
Woven.
I think it's woven, yeah. That one's got like a polyester backing. So it's literally the wool has been sort of knitted in with, and then they brush it to lift the pile of the wool.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it's just the warp and the weft are both wool.
Right.
There's no polyester in it whatsoever. So, which makes it really, really good quality.
Yeah, oh, it's lovely. It's 100% wool.
Mm.
Hi, Lynn by the sea. Hi, Lynn. She says, hi, Vicky and Fiona.
Hi.
Love the Sewgirl patterns. They're brilliant.
Oh, thank you.
She says you can't go wrong with them.
Oh.
Loving this demo too. Thanks, Lynn. Lovely to hear from you. I haven't heard from you for ages. How are you, Lynn by the sea?
Whereabouts by the sea?
Cornwall.
Oh, lovely.
She's by the she's I don't know what part of Cornwall you are. Whereabouts are you, Lynn? By the sea. But she's got the most incredible garden overlooking the sea with an amazing statue. Oh, so cool.
Lovely. I love Cornwall, don't you?
Yes. Careful of your microphone, sorry.
Oh.
It's all right to hold down. Stop me telling you off. Stop me telling you off.
I was showing you this
oh,
folded, but you see?
That looks beautiful with
it's
the.
Bad, is it? So
I don't think you need the facing even really necessarily. It's up to you, isn't it?
I mean, it
would be a different look, but if you're thinking, right, actually, I'm going to try this on without doing the facing, works well.
Now the facing in the pattern has interfacing on the back, like most facings, but with this, you know, I'd be tempted not to bother because of the fabric.
Okay.
So it's specific to this fabric.
So if you're using
any
cotton,
wool.
if you're using any of the cottons, then interface
Cotton
it.
or linen, I would put just some interfacing, and it's just around the neck facing, back and front, which is what this is. So you can see that I've joined it together at the side seams here. And now this is a kind of quite nifty little bit on this pattern. I'm quite proud of this bit.
Go on.
So what you do is, because what's the brilliant, I mean, I say it myself, the brilliant thing about this pattern is there's no band to stitch on. It's folded back.
Right.
So what you do is that the facing, if you pin it on here, let me just iron that down a bit to make it. So it goes on, obviously, front, the right sides together. And you're just pinning it on, and it's all in the instructions. And also you've got it in photos on the blog as well. Each of my patterns has got their own blog post, so you can, if you get to a bit and you think, not too sure, you could go on there and it will show you.
It's nice to have that visual.
Yeah, I love my blog. I can sort of add, if I've made it in something else, and I think that, sometimes I change things, photograph them, and then pop them on, say, look, this is what you could do. Anyway, so there's the facing. Am I in the right place there?
Absolutely perfect.
And we're going to sew down here, okay? So I'm just going to do one side. And so it's just that short edge, the short vertical edge of the facing. And then pins out. And then we're going to just
I'm watching your eyes, like the eagle eyes. Am I in the right place? Am I in the right place? Paul's very happy with you. Hi, Susie. Hi, girls. Love the show. Great demo. Do I need an overlocker to finish? Not with the ball wool. That's what we're talking about.
No, the only, I mean, if you're doing if you're sewing linen, you'll have a raw edge around the pocket, so you could finish that with a zigzag. It's all going to be underneath. If you've got an overlocker, obviously it's going to look better. But with the boiled wool, I don't think you need it.
You wouldn't, even though you've
Not
got
on
an
this
overlocker.
boiled
No?
wool. I did overlock on this one because this one frayed a little bit. Yeah, and it sort of frayed a little bit, but not much. I think boiled wool, the beauty of it is it's like a felt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, so I'll just do this on. So you sew it on the other side. Now, when you fold it back, you can see. Oh, you think, oh my goodness, it doesn't fit. It's too short. Well, it's fine because what you do is you match up. You match up those cross seams, and I think the diagram shows it quite well. And then that pulls it back. So when you line all that up, like so, it folds it back all naturally. Can you see? And you just pin that so that that's folded back like that. Is that right? Now, I would be tempted, because I'm not going to, I mean, you know, can you see that that, if you wanted to, you could fold that back all the way down.
Right.
Can you see? But if you want to leave that flat here, because of the bulk, you just literally fold that over.
Okay.
Like that. And then the facing. Now you will need to hem the bottom edge first of all. So obviously if you've got this wool, I'd fold it up once and just stitch it down.
You don't need to do a double fold, no?
No, because you're just
too thick.
It's going to be bulky. You can do if you want to, but I think just keep it flat.
Sufficient.
Yeah. And then this folds back all the way down. I would tack stitch this, press it and tack stitch it.
Why? Why do you suggest
because
to do
when
that?
you
A lot of
sew
people
it,
are thinking,
it's going to go like that. It's going to ruck up. So just tack stitch it down, press it, tack stitch it, and then you're sewing up, and then all around the, all
around the facing.
That's it. So you're sewing all around the facing, and then all around here, and then you turn it over. And then you fold it over to the wrong side. That's right, I didn't fold it over to the wrong
side. Right, so it isn't a facing all the way down, it's just folded, basically. Yeah.
Yes. No, it's not a facing all the way down. No, it's just folded over.
Oh, nice.
So it's really easy.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
And then you do the same on the other side.
Amazing. How are we doing for time?
I can talk about sleeves.
We've got about 4 minutes still if there's anything else you wanted to mention.
Quick mention about sleeves.
Had a message from Anna come through as well. Hi, Anna. Morning. Morning from Liverpool. She says, love the Ursula Coatigan, the Sewgirl pattern. Could you make it in velvet, Fiona? She says it would be lovely for Christmas, maybe.
Oh, that would be lovely.
That would be really nice.
Oh, no, I like that.
I'd like with a nice sparkly, jazzy button as well.
Yeah.
Nice silver, bright,
or like a sort of slightly
one.
Victoriana.
That'd look amazing.
That would look lovely.
Would it work with the pattern?
I think so, yeah. I think you might need to just tack it down. Remember the velvet's got a pile, make sure the pile's in the right direction, going downwards. And get a strong needle on and stitch length up, walking foot on. That I think would be fine, yeah. Can't see it, a beautiful colour. As long as it's not too, some velvets can be quite thick and heavy, can't they, sort of like upholstery fabric. Yeah. The other thing you mentioned earlier, which I think would be nice, is like sort of curtain fabric. I mean, my mum gave me this gorgeous, very mid-century modern print linen, and I just thought, God, how stunning would that be if it was in one of these coats?
Yeah, good idea.
It would be lovely. So let me just have a quick word about this sleeve. Remember, when you do a set-in sleeve, you've got you've got a notch which denotes the where it lines up to the shoulder seam, and then you've got 2 on the back.
That's
and
universal,
1 on the front.
isn't it?
Yes.
2 on the back.
So 1 on the front. just locate. So I always just put 2 notches for the back, and then you'll just make sure that you line that up to the back, and then you sew it together, I mean, look how nice it looks with
Yeah,
the
it
raw
looks
edge.
lovely.
And then pop it underneath with the right sides together, match up the under sleeve seam, cross seam, and pin. And again, I think with the sleeve, good to tack it on, but it fits, it doesn't, you know, it fits very easily. There's no stretching or,
No.
you know, it's
Behaves
a bit of a
itself, doesn't
dream
it?
to put in this sleeve. So
Absolutely. So if you haven't done a set-in sleeve before, this is a good
Yeah.
one to have a go with. Absolutely.
That's right. So you're pinning with the pins going inwards like that. And then, you know, get yourself a good scanty drama on and then tack it on your knee. That's what I always like to do. So match up your shoulder seam with your notch, which is your shoulder seam, and tack it around and then stitch it round and then push it through, and that's it.
Amazing.
And if you want to sort of hem your
Yeah.
sleeve, do so. If not, then just leave it more. If you've got
Brilliant.
this.
Thank you ever so much. Thank you. When are you back next?
Oh, I can't remember.
Are you back in November?
October. No, what are we now? October.
We
November.
are October now.
Yes. So
Back in November.
third week of November.
Brilliant.
Sorry,
Lovely
I should
to
know the
see
date.
you.
I think it's the 17th, but
Okay. No, we look forward to seeing you. We've got one more message for you, Fiona. A really important message, actually. Hello, Fiona. We're all bursting with pride at your work. You look fabulous. All our love. Mum, Dad, Becky, Karen, and Mark, all watching you.
and Mark and Karen.
Is
as
this
well.
this your family who live in France as well?
That's Becky. Yes, yes. They're all at my mum's.
Amazing.
Oh, thank
big
you so much, folks. Thank you. That's so lovely.
We've all been watching you. I hope you get to see them over the weekend as well.
Yes, I hope so too. We'll have to look at the restrictions.
Yeah.
It's difficult at the moment,
Oh,
isn't
it
it? I
is.
don't want to put anyone at any risk.
Oh,
But
anyway,
it's lovely to
to
see you again, Vicky.
Lovely to see you.
Yes,
See you in a couple of weeks.
And
Few
see you
weeks.
in November, I hope.
Thank you very, very much. Right, so the pattern. A very popular pattern. It doesn't surprise me, especially this time of year. Lots of options, whether you want to do it longer, shorter, 3/4 length, whether you want to do it with the belt on the back, if you have a button or no buttons now with the boiled wool and you want it a bit more of like a waterfall style without the facings. Lots of options. The back of the pattern gives you all of the size information, the finished garment measurements and your fabric requirements. Have a look on the second image on the website and you'll be able to find that a bit closer. Also, check out Fiona's blog. It's sewgirlblog.com, is that right?
I have a quick word actually. I'm going to make this jacket up with the waterfall neckline and I'll post pictures on my blog. So if anyone wants to see it already all made up and actually someone wearing it, that might be quite good. to
Oh,
see.
brilliant. Thanks for that. That's great. So if you do get any of the boiled wool, the waterfall, have keep your eye out on the blog, on Fiona's blog for that. So the teal boiled wool bundle was the one that Fiona was working with. It looked darker on screen than it actually was. It's really lovely, a really, really lovely colour. So 2.5 metres. I mean, it's so weighty. Is this still under 1 p&p? £3.95, 1 p&p a day, and it's weighty. So this one is your boiled wool, 100% wool, 2.5 metre bundle, which is enough to do the biggest size. And you can see on the screen there as well, you also have it by the half metre at £10.99 a half metre. £53.99 for your 2.5 metre. Yeah, the picture's wrong. The picture looks wrong, doesn't it? The colour's not quite right on the web, but you can see the true colour here. We've also got the rose pink bundle. We've also got it by the half metre. You'll see both graphics on your screen for that, whether it be the left-hand side, £53.99, that's a 2.5 metre bundle. If you do want it for another project or for a smaller size, then by the half metre again is £10.99. You'll see in a second. 2.5 metres of your Ursula rose pink bundle. Ideal for Fiona's pattern. That is so gorgeous. I love that colour. Do check out on either the bundle or remember by the half metre you've got your option as well. We've also got the tan, or camel I should say, the actual colour is. Those of you that are checking out on the pattern, we will reveal the winner who has won the Noel bunting, the two bunting, the bunting panel in tomorrow's show. So if you've bought the patterns, do make sure you're tuning in tomorrow. £10.99 by the half metre as well. That's your camel boiled wool, 100% wool Absolutely gorgeous quality. Really is, and such good value, crazy good value. Oops, we've also got, oh, that's all of them, all the bundles. We've got the navy by the half metre, navy blue by the half metre, 100% boiled wool is again £10.99. That's such a classy colour, isn't it? It's going to go with absolutely everything. The most that you will need is 5 units for the coat if you want to do the longest option and the biggest size, so it's up to you. We also have the wine, half a metre, £10.99. Had a lot of wine coloured fabrics today, haven't we? No wine though. We've also got green, nice autumnal green, isn't it? Lovely colour green. That's beautiful with ochre, an ochre jumper would look nice. £10, 99.5 metre for your greened boiled wool. And then we've also got grey. Sorry, I'm whizzing through these now. I'm aware we're short of time. There's your grey. Or silver, I should say, actually. It's called silver on the website. Have a look through everything that we have shown you today because we've seen some right goodies. From the word go at 8 o'clock this morning, we've had some brilliant fabrics, some beautiful, beautiful products. So have a good sift through the web if you haven't been watching the whole show today. Thank you all so much for your lovely messages. I felt like you really kept me company today. Everyone's sending me lots of messages, so thank you ever so much. Tomorrow's show, I'm back and it's a 5-hour special. I'm here till 1 o'clock. I'm not on my own for a single hour. I've got Sarah with me with the Kelly bag at 8 o'clock. Sarah Bollum's back. We've also got Block of the Week finale. This is it, Block 15 and Block 16, the Block of the Week with the gorgeous Delphine coming up at 9 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, we've got the Diamond Star Quilt again with Sarah. 11 o'clock, we're going to finish off the quilt completely. So we're going to show you how to do the sashing and options on quilting, things about binding. We're going to talk about finishing off your quilt at 11. And then at 12 o'clock, Delphine's going to stay with me for our final extended hour for Woodland Table Runner. Saturday's another extended show as well. It's all Christmas. So do make sure you use and take advantage of the fact that you're only paying £1 postage and packaging today. Watch John Scott's replay for the next hour before we hand over to Jewellery Maker. But then have a look on our web shop and see if there's anything else you want to add in. Think about those Adjustoforms whilst they're in stock. But I will see you bright and early for the early bird tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Enjoy the rest of your day.